What is up, everybody? It is the Fantasy Endgame, and we're here officially with our first Q&A for week one of the 2025 season. That's right. Bring it on. It is time for some football. Almost. A couple of days left. I know you're ready. I know feels always like a very long, way too long off season, but I think we're officially ready.
Officially ready. We got a game on third. Think about it. We're just like 3 days away from football. That's crazy, right? We had college this weekend. Yeah, it's great time of year. Great time of year.
Yeah, no, we did. We were treated pretty good weekend of college football. I know a lot of you into that as well. Maybe some of you got to enjoy watching the Miami Hurricanes defeat Notre Dame last night. I don't know. It was a pretty good game. So college has already started, and now it's the NFL's turn. So obviously here for some fantasy advice, and guess what? That's why we're here too. We're here to help give fantasy advice and break down everything that matters. So ask your questions. We will answer most likely. Quick reminder, a couple things. You want to guarantee that you get your question answered. The super chat feature is there for that. We do those first and in order. You've got your membership, the YouTube membership as well. But also don't forget, we talked DraftLane lately. We've been doing drafts on DraftLane. You still actually have time. We do have 3 days also to get drafts in and to make leagues. If you want to try to make your league on DraftLane, then do it. And if you want to join a public league on DraftLane, check it out, draftlane.com/play. So you can still join a DraftLane league, or you want to try creating a league on DraftLane and see what it's all about. I still suggest you do that, but that's not all it's for. Remember, we had DraftLane last year and used it last year. You can use it for your start sit questions, your trade questions, your waiver wire questions, all your questions. So if you can't make it on the live stream, or if you just prefer to use the app because it has some more features as well, we're going to show you, you can do that. So, we've shown you the leagues here. I'm going to show you real quick. Down here, this is your question and answer thing. And then this is our screen. We see what your requests are. So you can do a start sit question, for example. We can see your roster. And so maybe this is easier than having to explain it and type it all out on the stream here and ask, okay, here's everybody I have. You know what? If you're in a Yahoo league, or a sleeper league, or a DraftLane league, and you're synced on DraftLane, just ask your question and we can just push that button and see it. I don't know. I personally kind of prefer it, don't you think?
It's pretty awesome.
All right, so here we go. What do you see here? And this is just a sample question, but this is like if somebody was asking to start sit, we can see, okay, this is who you got at QB, running back. This is your starting lineup at flex. I know I see one switch I might make. I love James Conner this week.
Yep, same. Let's switch James Conner.
I'm going to say James Conner is going to start. And look, I know we like Tet a lot, but let's say in this format, maybe you can make this switch. No, this is just an example, and update it there. And then you'll see our advice, and we can also give you some personalized advice. And there you go, submitted. So you'll see that on your requests. We can see it just like this. Connect with experts. It's us, right? It's us. Fancy Endgame.
So yes, it's not AI. It's us.
Not
it's actually
AI.
us.
Not
AI.
You never know these days, honestly. You really don't. We look at exactly what we just did. That's what we do. We look at your question. We look at your roster. We answer it. Same thing we're doing here on the stream. All right. So don't forget, you can use DraftLane for that. And also, got to let you know, like we did last year, promo. If you go here to where it says promo code right now, use code ENDGAME. Easy to remember. And you get 10 free credits, which is about the equivalent of what? 2 start sit questions. And you can now, There you go. Use code ENDGAME, get $10 of credits to your account. Try it out for free, basically. So do that. Go to DraftLane first of all. And if you haven't downloaded the app, remember we have it working on the App Store and the Google Play Store, Apple, Android. You can use it both. We don't have a web version just yet. That's maybe next season, but on your mobile phone, Apple, Android, download DraftLane, give us a 5-star rating. We definitely appreciate that. And then once you have DraftLane, use code ENDGAME, get your $10 free credit, and ask away. All right. So that's that's that. Now, also, before we get to your questions, because we already see a lot of questions here lining up, there's one more thing. Got to let you know, and that's Underdog.
Yeah, Underdog doing a lot of cool stuff this week. I mean, first of all, right now they already have your gimme pick. So if you're new to Underdog and you join and you use promo code Endgame, not only do you get the Saquon Barkley gimme pick on Thursday Night Football, he just needs to get 1 yard and you win. But also right now they're doing their special play 5, get 50. So you could literally do a $5 pick 'em with Saquon Barkley, which is a win, and whoever else you like, play $5 or more, get 50 in bonus funds, win that pick. So that's great right there. But then again, like I said, look at all the cool stuff they got going on Thursday night for Thursday Night Football, a 50% profit boost. So you can boost your pick 'em slip. Same with Friday night. On Saturday, how about 100%? How about double your money for the NFL Sunday slate on Saturday? And then they're doing this cool thing this year. It's called Witching Hour. It's really cool. You know, if you watch Red Zone, right, it's always a big thing on Red Zone. Always says, like, it gets to the fourth quarters of games, we've entered the witching hour or whatever, right, where wins become losses and losses become wins. Well, they're doing this thing this year, witching hour. So right here, so at 3 p.m. Eastern, they drop limited time discounts and stat boosts. So very cool there, way to get in the game as well. Also, halftime adjustments, deal reveal. I mean, all kinds of incredible stuff on Underdog. I know a lot of you are already on Underdog, but if you're not, get on Underdog. Like I said, join using promo code Endgame, and you'll get this special. Play $5, you'll get $50 in return automatically. So check it out. And, of course, download DraftLane as well.
Yes, definitely that. By the way, just to clarify here, and you want to make sure that people don't have any issues. I may have mistyped, I guess. So for the promo code, if it doesn't work with all caps, just try capital E and the rest lowercase. So Endgame with a capital E. So if it doesn't work, don't freak out.
You'll know it works when you got $10 in your account. If you don't have $10 in your account, try it with just a capital E.
There you go. All right. But let's get to your questions on here right now. Let's say we're going to try ideally to do all of them, do as many as possible. Let's give Jordan the first word. Jordan does have that YouTube membership, and Jordan was also first up here. So wants to know what we think of this team drafted yesterday. This is an 8-teamer, so keep that in mind. It's full PPR at the 1-3. Hurts, Bijan Brown, Nico London, Njoku, Connor, Pickens, Ridley, Olave, Odunze, Benson, and Sharp. I mean, it's hard to hate this team, but for an 8-teamer, what would you give it?
I mean, it's hard. 8-teamers are so hard because it's like you better be stacked. I mean, you're stacked. You got Bijan, Chase Brown, you got Nico in London, you got Njoku, Hurts, Connor just chilling in your flex, Pickens, Ridley, Olave, Odunze, Benson, Sharp's just on your bench. I mean, yeah, it's stacked. It's an 8-teamer. Jordan, are you in any of the DraftLane leagues? You got to get some of the 12-team DraftLane leagues.
Yeah. 10-team is fine. 8-teamer, man, it's just a little shallow. But okay, how about this though? To spice things up, it's a great team, right? No complaints.
Yes.
He was offered Kittle and Adams for London. Would you do that in an 8-teamer?
I don't think so. Just because, again, it's an 8-team league. You need studs. I know. Yes, I prefer Kittle to Njoku, but I think Njoku will be great. I don't want to go from London to Adams, especially in an 8-teamer. I'm fine with Njoku. I'm fine with if you had a worse tight end somehow, like if you were rolling out like Brenton Strange, you're like, I like Brenton Strange, but I mean, come on, an 8-teamer, you shouldn't need Brenton Strange. Then I might be okay with it, but you got Njoku. Give me London. I'm keeping London.
Well, I love London, but also it turns out we were just talking week 1, booms, guys we love, or if you're on DraftLane, remember you got that boost option. You put the boost and they have 50% extra on them. So for Njoku, I love him week 1. I mean, we have to like all the Cleveland Browns week 1. They're going to the Bengals. So I actually would want Njoku in my lineup in week 1. And then who knows, maybe if you do find a better offer out there, maybe his trade value has boosted. But anyways, no, I wouldn't do that either. Okay, let's do Dan O. He was actually the first question, if you want to be technical. Like to reward promptness. Week 1 is finally here. Thank you. No, thank you for watching all offseason. Purdy and Fields, another 8-teamer.
Another
Would you
8-teamer.
drop
All right.
one?
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's an 8-teamer. I'm sure you are stacked at running back and wide receiver, but I got to think in an 8-teamer, like there's got to be good QBs on the waiver wire, right? Like, is Jared Goff just out there? Is Caleb Williams just out there? I got to think there's other good QBs. I mean, it's an 8-teamer. Like you always want upside on your bench, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what size league you're in. You want upside in your bench. You don't want like floor on your bench necessarily. So I'm just trying to think like who between Mason or Bigsby, like who do I think could come out of week 1 where everybody's like completely like, whoa, we did not expect this guy to be. I mean, maybe you and I expected him to be this involved, but like a lot of people don't expect him to be this involved. I might go, even though I really like Mason. I mean, we know Aaron. I might pick up Bigsby because one, they're playing the Panthers. And if Bigsby gets, say, like the bulk of the carries and scores a touchdown and Etienne is just in that Rachaad White role, everybody's going to be tripping over themselves to pick up Tank Bigsby. So I think I'm going to drop, as much as I like Fields, he's got a tougher matchup this week. I think I'll drop Fields. I'm sure you can pick up Fields the next week and pick up Bigsby.
I mean, I actually agree with everything you said there because, again, 18 league, you shouldn't have to worry about quarterback. And none of these guys are like, you have to keep them all year. You don't know, honestly, if you're going to keep Fields throughout the season. And week 1, I already was kind of nervous. If you watch the QB tight end starts it, you'll see I'm a little nervous about starting Fields. And I'm actually not thrilled about Garrett Wilson this week against that Steelers defense, their first game together. Purdy should be okay. Like he'll be fine. And yeah, Mason, it's funny. Mason was one of your favorite kind of mid-round running backs. Bigsby was one of my favorites. I think Bigsby this week, because Aaron Jones is still the guy there, but also Aaron Jones owns the Bears, so he might actually have a big game.
That is true.
Just saying.
Aaron Jones is going to go out there and like have a 30-point game or something this week because it's the Bears.
It's the Bears. So yeah, let's go Bigsby here, and you can drop Fields for now. All right, so new/old member, Gurset Paul, appreciate you, Mr. Singh. He's in a ton of the DraftLane leagues.
Yes, he is.
So I don't know if these are DraftLane leagues or other, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to give you the advice. He needs help with 2 lineups, 12-man, PPR, 2 receiver, 1 flex. Here's the squad for this one. He just wants to know who to start here.
Who to start? So we start
2 receivers,
2 wide receiver, 1 flex.
1 flex.
I mean, how many running? I assume 2 running backs. I think I'm going to go Walker, Pollard at running back. I mean, you got to go Lamb, BTJ at wide receiver. I think I'm flex.
Kirk is interesting, isn't it? Right? Like, how much do you expect Ibuka to get involved in week 1? It's tempting,
but I still do like Ibuka. I mean, it's the Falcons. They have nobody else. It's him and Mike Evans. That's like pretty much it.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you want to play it a little safer and maybe go Dobbins, but I think I go Ibuka in the flex in full PPR, and I'm going to definitely go Purdy. I don't think you need JJ McCarthy in a 12-teamer.
Well, that's a good point. You probably don't need to roster him. If you do, that's fine. But yeah, you definitely want to start Purdy week 1. Walker is a must. Yeah, Pollard. I think, look, honestly, as much as I love Harvey, between Dobbins and Harvey, I would give the edge to Dobbins week 1. But I'd just rather start Pollard. And then Ibuka Kirk is interesting, but I think Ibuka should get enough attention. And look, if the Falcons, I love Mike Evans this week. Falcons decide they're just going to sell out to try to stop Evans, Ibuka benefits. So we'll see. All right, now what about the 8-teamer? Another 8-teamer. 2 receivers in the flex. Got Purdy again.
All right, so you got to start Jacobs and Chase Brown. You got to start Neighbors and Nico. Oh man, Sutton Kamara is tough for the flex here, but it's PPR. Sutton against the Titans. I mean, we need upside in 8-teamer. I guess I'm gonna go Sutton. Ooh, I like Pearsall a lot too, though, but I don't think I could put Pearsall over Sutton. Let's go Sutton in the flex. You got to start Kittle at tight end. How do you have Kittle and Njoku? What's going on here? You got to go Kittle at tight end, and then go on Purdy again. I mean, I do like May this week, and I was really close to saying May a solid start against the Raiders. I'm a little nervous that because it's the Raiders, they're just gonna play very slow, very boring, very low scoring, and win an ugly game. But it is a great matchup. So if you don't want Purdy in both your teams in case Purdy flops, I'm okay with May here.
Yeah, the tricky thing with May, until we see otherwise, is I just think it's going to be a somewhat conservative offense. They're going to run. They're going to try to establish the run. I don't see a lot of deep shots in this offense. So despite the matchup, I think you got to go Purdy too. Running back, agree. Of course, receiver, Neighbors Collins. Tight ends, got to be Kittle. As much as love Njoku, yeah, and I do love Pearsall this week, but I did see Juwan Jennings apparently did return to practice today. Is that right? I don't know. Don't think I'm worried about Jennings, but still, yeah, let's go Sutton. Okay. JCR Melts, appreciate you. Jerome Ford or Tony Pollard?
I gotta go Tony Pollard. Jerome, we don't even know how this. I mean, I think Jerome Ford's probably going to be the starter for Cleveland. And I know it's the Bengals, and everybody just wants to start start Jerome Ford against the Bengals. And look, maybe he scores, maybe he rips off a long run. He can do that, but this could also be a game where the Browns are throwing it. They just have to abandon the run because the Bengals are just putting it on them. So I don't love Pollard's matchup this week against Denver, but he's gonna. I mean, Tyjae Spears isn't even playing. I think you got to go Pollard here.
Yeah, I want a piece of that Browns passing game. I don't necessarily want a piece of the Browns running game. So I think Ford is more of a floor play. Let's go Pollard. Also, Pearsall, Ridley, or JMO for the flex.
I think I go Jameson here. Ridley again, Broncos, Surtain. I'm very nervous for him. I'm not too worried about Jennings. I mean, remember, Jennings hasn't practiced or anything since the third practice of training camp or something. I'm not too worried about Jennings, but Jameson, I think, is just the better start here over Pearsall this week.
Yeah, I think a lot of weeks this might be Ridley, but not against Surtain this week. So let's go JMO. Jay, what's up, Jay? 1364 and half PPR, QB, 2RB, 2 receiver, tight end, and a flex. Who are we starting here? I definitely want Knicks.
Yeah, definitely going Knicks. I don't think you need Darnold. Is somebody going to add Darnold? Can't you just leave Darnold on the waivers? And if you need Darnold at some point, you just go get him. I don't know. You know your league. Maybe you need Darnold. Maybe it's if you drop Darnold, someone's going to add him because somebody just wants to have quarterbacks. I don't know. Running back, yeah, Gibbs, Walker for sure. 2 wide receivers, Ladd. I like Ladd and Pickens. Half PPR. Oh, man. That makes it really close between Swift and Sutton in the flex for me. I think I can ignore Igbuka and Christian Kirk here. It's between Swift and Sutton in the flex. Half PPR makes it close. I really like both these guys this week. Come on, Jay. Half PPR might lean running back. When it's close like this, I might go Swift, but I'm okay with Sutton. So Knicks, Gibbs, Walker, McConkey, Pickens, I guess Swift, and then Kincaid.
Yeah, I would go Swift too. I feel like it's a big game for Swift. I was kind of back and forth on Sutton at first, well, they're not going to need to pass it a whole lot, but Mims has been banged up. Apparently, he came back to practice today, but still how close to 100% is he? It's still a fairly good matchup for him, but I think I'm going to go Swift as well for your flex. So there you go. All right, let's get to the first official super chat, Steven. Well, here we are. Yeah, okay. So just ignore the fact he has 2 tight ends that are considered tight end ones. Are you going with Hawkinson, who I love this season, or Travis Kelce, fresh off his engagement?
This isn't even an easy decision because it's like I feel like Kelsey's gonna have a good game this week. Like no Rice, just got engaged. He seems to always do well against the Chargers. But I also really like Hawk. I mean, no Addison. Jalen Naylor's like questionable to play, although I think they're saying he's gonna play. Adam Thielen just got to the team. Why do you have both these guys, Steven? This is like
So the value is too good to pass on Kelce at 96.
Yeah, until he's scoring 8 points a game, and then the value doesn't feel too good anymore. This is something I learned early in my fantasy football career. Is like, man, it's almost better to not have these decisions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost better. Like, you almost don't want your team to be too good because then it's like, ooh, do I start him or him? Him or him? And it's just like decision fatigue, right? So he just got engaged. He's probably gonna only get worse from here. So let's just go Kelce this week because I might not feel good about Kelce the rest of the season.
Yeah, like use him now while he's actually
use him now while he still has some gas in the tank before his tank hits empty.
Yeah, all right. It would be nice for some people, see Kelce go out there and have a big game. I don't know. I'm too big on Hawkinson this year, but also, again, like you said, Addison's not there. Naylor, who knows? First game. I feel like this is part of the reason why I was so big on Hawk this season, this draft season. I feel like McCarthy's going to lean on him a lot when Jefferson's not open, which doesn't happen a lot, but I still think he's going to target Hawk a lot. I'm going to go Hawkinson here, but I think Kelce will have a good game too. Jordan got a new trade offer, I guess, between the time he asked his first one and send away. This is still way before we even got online. This is what happens when you're in shallow leagues. Send away Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Njoku to get Jamar Chase, Kyron Williams, and Brock Bowers.
Oh my gosh, 8-team trades here, 8-team leagues here. Oh man. Oh geez.
Maybe.
I don't think so. Yeah, Bijan Chase should be close. I definitely prefer London to Kyron. I mean, obviously prefer Bowers to Njoku, but again, I think Njoku can be like top 5 this year. And if Njoku's top 5, you're not really going to be sad that you don't have Bowers. So I think I'm just going to keep Bijan, London, and Njoku. Although, man, this is quite the trade offer here.
It's quite the trade. It's fair. Bijan Chase, pretty comparable in terms of where you draft them. And then, Njoku, yes, you upgrade at tight end. You sort of downgrade there, London, Kyron. So it's pretty fair. I don't see a compelling reason to do this unless you're worried about the Falcons offense, or maybe you want to differentiate here, like not have two big pieces of the Falcons offense, but I don't see why you wouldn't. All right, Jesus, what's up? Jesus Tapia for the flex in a 12-teamer, Ridley or Connor?
Gotta go Connor. A great spot this week against the Saints. Should be running the ball a lot, controlling the clock against a bad defense. Got to go Connor.
Yep, and exactly what I said earlier. A lot of weeks it might be Ridley. This is not the week. You got to remember it's Cam Ward's first actual game in the NFL, like actual game that counts. So, but I also love Connor this week. Bobby Brook from England. What's up, Bobby? What do you think of this team? Got Jordan Love. He's a Packers fan. He also has Josh Jacobs. He's a Packers fan. Kamara, Eckler, Javonte, Algier, JJ, T-Max, Sutton, Judy, Golden, Pittman, McBride.
It's good. I'm going to assume I'm going to hope a 12-teamer.
Yeah, 12-teamer.
Okay. That's good. Jacobs, Kamara, that's good. Your bench running backs, a little dicey. But, you can always work on that through the course of the season. No big deal. JJ, T-Max, Sutton, Judy, Golden. I really like your wide receivers. McBride, great, of course. I think Love, Bryce Young is fine at QB. I'll say an 8. I'll give this an 8.
Yeah, we both like McMillan. Think he could be a strong wide receiver 2 on a weekly basis. It might take some time, but you got to remember too, when you have a guy like McBride, that explains why a guy who might normally be your third is your second, and etc. But you're solid. You're definitely deep at receiver, and Golden, I mean, for where you got him, seems like a really good value. Let's just see about Kamara, right? Let's see about Kamara and how he holds up. I don't love your RB depth in general. I think, again, more floor than ceiling, but for right now, it's pretty solid. I give this more like a 7.75. All right, Tyler C. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to Bobby Brooks' question again. He wants to know who to start here. So, Love or Bryce Young?
Ooh. I do really like Bryce Young this week. I'm not really too excited about Jordan Love against the Lions. Can I do it?
Do it.
Bryce Young, let's go Bryce Young. I like Sutton. I know I said Sutton strong start. I think I said Judy solid, but I'm kind of coming around on Judy. Like maybe Judy's the flex here against the Bengals. I might go Young and Judy.
Yeah, he okay, well, actually we need to pick 2. I think he says 1 receiver and 1 flex, so we just have
that makes it easier then. So Young, Judy, and Sutton. Easy.
Yeah, and you might be like, well, how can you love Bryce Young when not pick McMillan? McMillan is just not as strong of a start as those other 2. I want Judy. I want Tillman. I want Njoku. I want a piece of this Cleveland offense going against Cincinnati. And then I think Sutton's just more solid. If you want to take a chance on McMillan week 1, having a big game, you could do that, but Sutton's probably the better play. All right, Tyler C. What's up? Let's rate this one and who to flex. 10-teamer, half PPR, 2-2 and a flex. I got Ladd, JMO, Golden, Coleman. I mean, those are definitely your 2 receivers, right? The first 2. Who to flex here? My flex.
Yeah, you got to go Ladd. You got to go Ladd Jameson. You got to go Bijan Pollard. I think I'm just gonna flex Mason.
Yeah,
hope for that touchdown. I think Harvey's just a little. I mean, look, maybe Harvey's the guy this week, or maybe Dobbins is the guy this week, and I feel like Mason can at least score, right? Mason's got every week. He'll be like Monty this year. Like every week, he's got a chance to score. So I'll go Ladd, Jameson, Bijan Pollard, Mason at the flex.
Yeah, I think the only other option here, if it wasn't Mason, would be Golden. So let's see how he does. What if Jaden Reed is, I'm not even sure, because Jaden Reed sounds like he's just going to play through it, but also because it's not a big deal. I mean, what are you feeling like Jaden Reed is out there?
No, I'm definitely not feeling like Jaden Reed is out there. It's just, when it's a rookie wide receiver, you just don't know. And again, it's the Lions, it's a good defense. I mean, I think Golden's fine because I don't feel great about Mason this week. I don't feel like, this is a great, smash for Mason. So if you want to put Golden in, go for it. But it is half PPR,
right? So
I'll chase that touchdown potential in Mason.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's half PPR. Give the edge to Mason. Golden is kind of like with McMillan. I mean, it doesn't matter if these guys were first-round picks or whatever. It's still dicey in their very first game. Okay, TB, 12, half PPR, 12-teamer, 3-receiver league. Rate this team.
All right. Chase Brown, Hampton, Lamb, Pickens, Flowers, Ingram at tight end, Odunze in the flex. Got Rice, Kirk, Sharps, Corum, B-Rob, and Spears on the bench. How many teams is this again? 12-teamer?
12-team, half PPR.
No QB, huh? Don't know who the QB is. Maybe you guys play without QB. That'd be kind of interesting. A league without QBs.
Well, you got Prescott at the front. I think that's his.
Oh, I missed Prescott. How do I miss Prescott right at the front? I like that. Chase Brown, Hampton's great. Lamb, Pickens is great. Although with Dak, you were very all in on the Cowboys.
Yes, very, very Cowboy heavy here.
Odunze. I mean, I like this team. I will say, right now I'll say 7.75.
Well, hey, The Cowboys defense is as bad as some people say, and their offense is good. Yes, that's going to be a huge factor for you. I think this team could hit right off the bat, though. They could put up points even against the Eagles. I think Hampton is a stud from week 1. I like all these players, basically. There's not anything I don't like here. Just stashing Spears. Yeah, I'd say it's like an 8. All right, XO, what's up? Start sit. In half PPR. Got Jaden Puka, St. Brown, Aaron Jones, Harvey, Kittle, Monty, and then there's the bench. I mean, again, like I already said this, I love Harvey, but I don't know if I really want to roll him out in week 1.
Right, especially, I mean, you got Judy on the bench. Yeah. I got like Judy enough this week that I would flex Judy over. Oh wait, no, but Harvey's is RB2. I would move Monty to RB2 and flex Judy. That's what I would do here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The way he's got it listed. But yeah, just flip him. So bench Harvey, start Judy. A lot of that. This is like the third team we've seen that has Kittle and Njoku, which is kind of weird, but
right.
I guess it doesn't hurt to have a really good backup tight end. And then, yeah, and again, some people ask, what about Igbuka or Golden? Just go Judy. I think just go Judy. All right, Elmer Sanchez, 14-team league, full PPR. Let's rate this one. For a 14-teamer, it still looks pretty solid. Looks very solid.
Yeah, I mean, CD, Higgins, Jacoby. And Jacoby's practicing, so I think he's going to play. Sounds like he's just going to play. Like he's going to be like, hey, pay me, but I'll play anyways. JT, Hampton, Walker, Scattaboo. Fine with Warren, Purdy. Yeah, for a 14-team league, this is like a 9. This is a 9.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've got like some players missing. It doesn't look like your bench is very deep, but maybe that's just your league settings. But yeah, your running back room for 14 team is very nice. So as long as Jacoby plays, I think you're good. I would give it a 9 too. What is up, Vinny? Vinny's back. Vinny Vargas.
What's up?
All right. Who gets to start, Tank or Harvey?
Oh man, this is how are we at this decision in week 1, Vinny? I'll go Harvey.
Really?
Grudging.
Man, I'm going Tank. These are both some of my favorite mid-round. Well, I can't call Harvey a mid-round back, but a running back that you didn't necessarily draft to be your RB2, depending on the size of your league. Look, I'm all in on Harvey this year, but week 1, I actually am giving an edge to Tank, better matchup, but also just it's touches, right? I'm always going to go with a running back I feel is getting more touches. Tank's the 1A. I know you were big on Dobbins too. Don't you think Dobbins is the 1A at least in week 1?
I mean, probably, but I also don't know if I feel fully confident that Tank just gets a ton of touches in week 1. I think that's the issue here. Fair. And they're playing, and the Broncos are playing the Titans. Harvey will catch passes. Tank won't. I mean, look, I don't really want to start either of these guys week 1. Like, how'd we get here? How'd we get here, Vinny? It's week 1. As far as I know, Joe Mixon is the only running back injury. Unless I missed something where like 10 running backs went down with injury in practice today, which maybe it happened. Probably not, because most teams don't practice today.
Well, we still got time for people to get hurt. But not that I want it to happen.
Don't jinx it.
I know. And look, maybe this is the thing, is like with the receivers, it's different. I think also with running backs, we see it time and time again, other than the guys who are like, the Ashton Genties, like the obvious, like you were drafted to be the bell cow for this offense right away. And right now, because of Najee's fun with fireworks, it's going to be Hampton in week 1. But other than that, rookie running backs, they don't just get thrown into the fire. So I'm just going to keep my expectations low for Harvey week 1. So I would go with Tank. All right. Julio is up. What's up? In a hurry, drafted Godwin last minute. So he's wondering if that was a mistake. Would you drop him for Keenan Allen, Ollie Gordon, Javonte Williams, or Nick Chubb?
I don't think so. I think I still prefer Godwin. I mean, maybe Ollie Gordon, but look, as expected, barring a setback this week, it sounds like Devon A. Chan is playing. He's expected to be back at practice, and Mike McDaniel already said he's going to play this week. So everybody that was freaking out not drafting Devon A. Chan, thank you for the injury discounts. I appreciate you. I mean, Chris Godwin, it's not like, yeah, I know Chris Godwin's out early, but they didn't put him on PUP, which means he could be back before week 4. I mean, I definitely not going to drop him for Javonte Williams or Nick Chubb. I mean, Keenan Allen, yeah, he's okay, but the only one I'd even consider is Ollie Gordon. Maybe I'll regret this after week 1 if Ollie Gordon does something amazing, but I think I just want Godwin.
Yeah, the thing is, none of these guys, I mean, you're talking about plucking guys off waivers. You're not starting any of these guys week 1 and hopefully not relying on these guys week 2 or anything. Just stash Godwin and you'll be happy that you have him when he comes back. All right. Patrick Poppy, thank you for all the help the past couple of seasons. Of course, no problem. And let's do it again this year. So 12-team PPR, no kicker. Extra flex. Who do I put in the last spot? JMO, Pierce, Igbuka.
I feel like we had this exact question, these exact 3 guys earlier. I'm going Jameson here. Going Jameson. I like the upside of Jameson. By the way, for the first time ever, I have no leagues with kickers this year. Hallelujah. Finally.
Finally. It's not a thing on DraftLane. That's right. You know, it defaults no kicker. I think we have an option for team defense, though, right? You could put a defense if you want, but
do we?
I think we do.
So.
I feel like we do.
I don't think we do.
No?
I don't think we even have it. No, I don't think we do. I think it's no kicker, no defense. Come on. It's endgame brand. Come on.
Okay. All right. No kicker. I know for sure no kicker. Sadly, I am in at least, I think, 1, maybe 2 leagues with a kicker, but we'll work on that for next year. This is actually tricky. Again, Igbuka should have a major role right away, but I wouldn't put him over those guys. Pearsall, man, I wanna start Pearsall if possible. I just don't think I can jump him up over JMO. I think I'd just like the matchup better for JMO. So let's go JMO. By the way, just a reminder, I know we're still getting to some questions from back when we first got online. We're going to do not just super chats, but we do have enough super chats. We don't want to make you all wait too long, so we're going to just do those first, and then we'll catch up on some other ones, but also people who have that membership, like Royland. What is up? Rank these dudes for the final stash. Woody Marks, Ray Davis, Ollie, Sampson, Rico Shipley, Kendry Miller, Tootin, or C-Rod, or drop one of these dudes. Oh, wait, what? Do you have all of these guys? I don't understand. Drop one of these dudes to start Young off waivers over Herbert.
I mean, I might start Young over Herbert this week.
But if you're doing that, why not just drop Herbert?
Yeah, I think you can just drop Herbert, pick up Young, honestly. And then I would rank, I'll just rank like the top 3 because I don't think we need to rank like Will Shipley, Kendry Miller. Like, these guys are just pure handcuffs.
Right.
I'm going to rank them Ollie Gordon, Dylan Sampson. Let's see what Ray Davis does with James Cook missing a lot of training camp, maybe to get more involved. Go Ollie Gordon, Sampson, Ray Davis, my top 3.
So this one's interesting. You're talking stash, right? I feel like, and maybe I'm just reading too much of the stupid hype now. Chris Rodriguez, he transformed his body and he's leaner. He's been working his pass catching. Like, he's going to be probably a factor early in the season. But then is Bill going to take over? Is this just going to be an ugly 3-man committee all season? That's what I'm afraid of. It's like the answer is nobody, right? Like, who do you want in Washington? Like, it doesn't matter. So C-Rod, I think, is definitely more interesting out of that last part, that last group here. But Woody Marks, look, he has a shot to take over in Houston. I think I want to put him at least in my top 3. So I'm going to go in order. I would say Davis, Marks, and then Ollie.
Yeah, the
I mean,
only
I
thing
really
that
like
kept me from saying
Samson.
Marks is that Houston offensive line is so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but volume is king. So that's what I'm going for. These guys are handcuffs, right? If somebody goes down.
Yeah.
All right. There you go, Royland. And then Alexander has a question here. Pick 2. Pierce, he says for the season, not week 1. Pearsall, Ibuka, Shaheed, Golden.
Ooh, I think Pearsall's got to be one. I'm gonna go Golden over Egbuka just because, again, Godwin is gonna come back at some point.
Right.
I really think Golden is the guy we're gonna want in Green Bay eventually. So I'm gonna go Pearsall, and Golden.
Yeah, if you're asking in terms of ranking for draft or who to keep, huge on We're both huge on Pearsall, and yeah, Golden Ibuka is a tough call, but Golden has a chance to be the number 1 receiver in Green Bay. Ibuka is never going to be the number 1 receiver in Tampa this year as long as Mike Evans is healthy, and it's true. When Godwin comes back, he might be bumped down to number 3 in the pecking order. So let's do that. What is up, Daniel? Daniel Hart always loves jumping in those underdog drafts with us. Good evening.
Yes.
12-teamer, half PPR, 2 and a flex. Here is the squad. But he also wants to know if he should upgrade Pollard to Chuba, Connor, or Cook.
Oh, I mean, if you can upgrade Pollard to one of those guys, especially James Cook, I definitely would. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think I have to have all those guys over Pollard. As much as I like Pollard, I think I would take any of those guys.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's interesting. You should try to upgrade. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to do it. Like if you're giving up another player, like you're thinking, well, I'll throw in Igbuka plus Pollard for Connor. I don't feel like that's enough of an upgrade, right? It's a slight upgrade. A Cook I like the best, but like if somebody loves Pollard and wants him straight up, and okay, that's fine. This looks like a pretty good team. Allen, London, Devontae, Jamo, got Bijan and, for now, Pollard, Kraft. I like the upside on the bench, though. They got 2 on the bench. Yeah, I think this is a really good team. Like an 8-5 maybe. All right. Turtle Trolls.
All right.
That's a good one. Second and third round, Brown and Hurts. Is that a good duo?
Yeah, should be just fine. We love Chase Brown. Jalen Hurts, is a top 5 QB every week, if not better. I'd prefer to get Hurts around later, but if we're just asking if it's a good duo, yes, good duo.
Definitely a good duo. Hurts in round 3. Again, if this is a 12-teamer, yeah, I mean, there's probably going to still be really good running back or receivers there. So I don't know if I'd go out of my way to pick Hurts in round 3, but this also depends how early does your league take quarterbacks. You know what I mean? This is a 10 or 8-teamer. Right. I would just wait. I wouldn't take Hurts. So Hurts might not be my favorite pick where you pick. Of course, I don't know who's going to be available where you pick. But if you do wind up with Jalen Hurts, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's never anything wrong with the libertarian Sasquatch. Yes. Thoughts on the 10-man full PPR team here? Irving, Genty, Hubbard, Harvey, Caleb Johnson, CD Harrison, Pearsall, Hunter, Dobbs, Warren, and then Purdy/May.
A lot of Purdy May teams tonight. I mean, running back's really good. Irving, Genty, Chuba, Harvey. I might not have even drafted Caleb Johnson, honestly, when I had those 4 running backs. CD Harrison, Pearsall, Hunter, Dobbs. I mean, you're good at wide receiver. I don't know what wide receivers were on the board when you took Caleb. Probably nobody great. I mean, it's going to really come down to like Harrison or Pearsall or Hunter. Either Harrison making the leap, Pearsall making the leap, or Hunter being awesome. Like the wide receiver room, I feel like can go either way. Obviously, CD's going to be great. Warren at tight end, fine. Purdy May at QB, fine. It's a 10-teamer. It's good, but it's not like crazy good for a 10-teamer. I'll say 8.
I mean, the running back room, it's just very, very, very solid. You listed Irving first, but you have basically a borderline first round kind of RB talent, and then a kind of a second round talent. And it's a 10-teamer, but still, you're stacked, pretty much stacked at running back, I think. Receiver, I wasn't doing backflips over Harrison, but still, he's totally solid, totally fine. I love Pearsall. So, like this enough. Warren, again, your tight end shouldn't dictate your success this whole season, but I think Warren is going to be fine. Probably more floor than ceiling. Hate to say, I just don't see a Brock Bowers type season coming. So I think this will be like an 8.25. I think you have enough talent here to definitely compete every week. Country Connected, welcome back as well. Another year, more money. That's right. He's in a lot of leagues, if I remember right. He does a lot of leagues.
Yes.
12-teamer, Knicks, Achane, Hampton, Neighbors, Ted, McBride, JMO, Igbuka Downs, Rice, Herbert, Leggett, and B-Rob.
B-Rob, all caps. All caps for B-Rob. Let's see. Achane, Hampton, Neighbors, Ted, McBride, Jameson, Igbuka Downs, Rice. When Rice comes back, this team could be a monster. Herbert, Leggett, B-Rob, I like it. 12-teamer. 8.5. 8.5 here from me.
Yeah, a ton of high-end talent here. Just stashing Rice there. Yeah, I agree. Nothing here I don't like, honestly. 12-teamer, very solid. I would like this team. Sir Cap-a-Lot, got the membership. Thank you. Appreciate you. Glad to see you back as well. And then let's go back to Tyler C. Went in a half PPR league, 3 receiver, 2 running back, and flex. CD, Nico Adams, T-Mac, Igbuka Rice, H.N. Hendo, Pacheco, Sharbs, and Bill. Okay, this is the wife's team. That's why it's different.
All right, so we got CD, Nico Adams, T-Mac. Wide receivers are even Rice is fantastic. H.N. Henderson, Pacheco, Sharbs, JCM. Running back's a little dicey, but it's a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex league, so I'd rather be stacked at wide receiver and a little hurting at running back. Not that the running backs are bad. Not sure your QB or tight end is here, so we're starting 3. Oh, my bad. We're gonna go. I was rating it. I'm gonna go CD, Nico Adams, H.N. Pacheco. I think I'm gonna flex T-Mac. I'm gonna flex T-Mac.
Yeah, I think you still gotta start Devontae Adams. Matt Stafford expected to start week 1. That's nice. Yeah, Henderson is the one that most weeks you'll start, but it's still a little early. So let's go Pacheco there. Now, that was his team, and this is his wife's team. So same situation, same setup there.
Oh, you guys in the same league? She's got Daniel's Craft. All right. Sun God, Waddle, Myers, Golden, Kirk, Mooney. So 3 wide receivers. You got to start Sun God. It sounds like Jacoby's playing. I think I still put Waddle number 3 here. You got to start Chase Brown. Pollard, Monty's close. I don't love Pollard this week in that matchup. But he's probably going to get more touches than Monty. We know Monty could score. Oh, it's tough. I think I go Brown, Monty, but that'd be one of those I'd be going back and like flip-flopping on all week long. Well, we're going to flex it. You know what? We're going to flex somebody to half PPR. I might just flex those 2 running backs, actually. I might go Sungal, Waddle, Myers, Brown, Pollard, Monty.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We need a flex. Golden, maybe Kirk. Okay. Nobody's jumping out here. Let's just go with the running back in half. So Brown, Pollard, Monty, and then those first 3 receivers. Also, the return of Bull Man. He says the Goof Troop is back. I guess, is that us?
Be the Goof Troop?
I guess so.
All right.
12-man PPR. Allen, Barkley, AK, DJ Moore, Sutton, Ingram, Vikings, defense, and Aubrey. How I do, Maine.
I don't know how the rest of your team is, of course. Your starting line is pretty good. I mean, Saquon Barkley, Kamara, fine as your RB2, DJ Moore, Sutton. They're fine at wide receiver. Ingram, Josh Allen. I'll say 7-5. 7-5.
For a 12-teamer, I mean, this is just your starting lineup. So not knowing your bench, would love not to have my number 1 receiver as DJ Moore. Yeah, more like a 2, and Sutton's more like a 3. So, I mean, you went Josh Allen early, so that's what happens. Honestly, I would prefer also another RB2. I give this more like a 7. So, don't know what your bench is, though. I mean, your bench might be like just oozing with upside, so that would change things.
Maybe.
You never know. Josh Nelson needs a flex. Ford, Tet, or Pearsall?
I think I still go Pearsall, even with Jennings. I'm not worried about Jennings, honestly. Ford, come on. Maybe. Tet, I do like Tet, but man, first start, I think I'm just going to go Pearsall.
Right. Let's go Pearsall. Tet, great matchup, but I think Pearsall just the target share is just almost guaranteed there. I don't expect much from Jennings, so week 1 especially. All right, Abel is back. What's up, Abel? Chase, yes, this must start. All right, but needs a receiver and a flex. Pickens, T-Mac also, Pearsall also, Jacoby Myers, or Monty. This is full PPR.
Well, assuming Jacoby plays, which it sounds like he's going to, I'm going to go Jacoby and, oh, man. I'm going to go Pickens here. Pickens, Pearsall, so close for me. But I really do feel like the Cowboys are going to throw the ball a ton. I feel like they're going to be playing from behind. They're going to be throwing it a ton. I'm going to go Jacoby Pickens.
Yeah, I think Pickens is a good start this week, especially. It's tricky. I think Jacoby, again, this should be a good spot for him, but I think I'm going to give the edge to Pearsall. Just barely. I mean, honestly, you're fine with any of these options. These are the tough decisions. I think Monty's the only one I actually wouldn't consider just because it's full PPR, more of a floor play. Between Pearsall and Myers is close, but I'll go Pearsall. Sir Capelot, here's the question. Rate this team and start sit. It's 12-teamer, needs 3 flexes. All right.
So JD, Caleb, Chase Brown, Chuba, Neighbors, Pickens, Judy, Swift. I mean, this is a good team. I mean, really, like Chase Brown, Chuba, Neighbors, Pickens, Judy in the flex, Swift, Shaheed. I mean, but you got Buka, Dobbins, Christian Kirk, Rondell. Oh, no, it's Ramondre. I thought it was Rondell Moore. I'm like, Rondell Moore is out for the season. It's Ramondre. This is a good team. I'll say this is like for a 12-teamer. This is a 12-teamer. I guess there's no tight end, which is nice. I'll say this is like an 8.75. Might even be a 9. I mean, you got a stud QB, 2 really good running backs, 2 really good wide receivers, plus, I mean, we're really 3 good wide receivers. I mean, Dobbins on the bench, Buka and Kirk on the bench. Yeah, this might even be like a 9 for me in a 12-teamer. As far as your 3 flex, yeah, Judy, yeah, Swift. I think I don't know about Shaheed.
Yeah,
we can do better here
right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Buka, Dobbins, or Kirk. Like Kirk, I do like Kirk, but I feel like Kirk's more of a floor play. Maybe not a bad thing here.
I think this is where I do take a shot on Igbuka. He's your 3rd flex, right? Could have a big game. Unless you want to play sort of, I guess Dobbins is a little bit safer, but who wants that?
Yeah, I'm fine with Igbuka. I'm fine with any of those guys, honestly.
Yeah, I think let's swap Shaheed for Igbuka. This is a good team. I mean, I like it. I don't see like because you took JD pretty early. Chase Brown, love Chase Brown, but yeah, your wide receiver 2 is good. I think this is like an 8.25 for me. All right, but did you die? Has a question, as usual. Here's the question: quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, flex tight end. Here is the team. So I guess let's set the lineup here. Josh Allen's a yes.
Yeah. Jefferson, Ladd are yeses. We need 3 wide receivers. Calvin Ridley. Okay, well, is Jacoby Myers a flex? Hunter Henry. I mean, yeah, I don't love Ridley this week, but I'm not gonna flex Caleb Johnson, Tank Bigsby, Keon Coleman, Pop Douglas, or Zach Ertz over him. Do I start anybody over Travion Henderson? Do I start? I don't think Tank's any less risky.
Yeah, that's the only thing I might entertain. If you don't expect a lot from Henderson week 1, you could go Tank, but I'm not convinced that that's what we should do. What about Ertz over Henry? I think I might go Ertz over Henry.
Maybe. I mean, I think they're both fine. Yeah. I mean, Henry's got touchdown upside. Ertz might be safer. Hunter Henry gets the Raiders this week. That one's close. I don't have a strong feeling between those two. So he's got Henry in there already. Let's just leave him in.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. It's a good lineup. Thank you, Birdman. Appreciate you. Glad you're back too. Mary Jo also back. What's up, Mary Jo? 10-teamer. QB, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a tight end, and a flex. Got Caleb in there. Got CMC and Swift, BTJ and Evans, Kittle, Ladd, and on the bench of those guys. By the way, she must have upgraded, right? Wasn't she always an 8-teamer? So now it's like
I think so. Well done. Yeah. Well done getting a 10-teamer. Are we just rating this team, or are we setting the lineup?
Probably lineup because she listed it. We can do both.
All right. I'm not changing anything with your lineup, so that was easy. As far as the team goes, CMC, Swift, nice, BTJ, Evans, Kittle, Ladd. I mean, Ladd is just your flex. I guess maybe. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, it's a good team. I mean, it's a 10-teamer. It's not like uber stacked for a 10-teamer, but it's still solid. I'll say 8.5.
Right, and 10-teamer, but still, you do have high-end running back. CMC, keeps it together. BTJ and Evans and Kittle. Yeah, you're very deep at receiver. Odunze just on the bench. So, yeah, I like this team a fair amount. I'll go 8.75, and I don't think you need to make any changes in your lineup either. GMAC, we back. That's right.
We back.
Flowers or Jennings? All right, this is an easy one. I think we can sit Jennings.
Yeah, I gotta go Flowers. Jennings had like 3 training camp practices, and that's it. Like, Flowers.
And honestly, who knows what's going to happen? I mean, he's still, I'm sure, not thrilled with the fact that they don't want to extend him, right? I mean, he'll be out there because he knows he's got no choice, and he really doesn't have much leverage, but he probably thinks he does. I don't know. I'm not touching Jennings this week. What do you feel about the Rams defense?
Like as a streaming defense, I mean, they're okay because they will get some sacks, right? Jared Verse. They'll get some sacks against Stroud, but they're not going to be my favorite.
Yeah, they'll probably be kind of middle of the road. I think week 1 and most weeks, right? Some upside, good matchups, but not a defense you want to, force in your lineup every week. Manny Calderon, Tet, or Devonta Smith?
Oh, definitely Devonta Smith. I want Eagles in my lineup this week against the Cowboys. Give me Smith.
Yeah. Definitely can go Devonta Smith this week. And then this is Unforgiven. 12-team. Needs a flex. Tyler Warren, I think. Charbonnet or Mooney in a 12-teamer. This is your flex?
Oh, man. How did we get here, How did we get here, Unforgiven? I mean, it sounds like Mooney's playing. I think if Mooney plays, I probably just flex him. If not, I'll go Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say, hopefully you have like maybe like Rasheed Rice and Chris Godwin, and or like maybe like I got Jennings, but I can't play him. Um, yeah, I'm also thinking because you have Warren as a flex option. I'm hoping this isn't like I drafted a second tight end instead of like a fourth, fifth receiver.
Right.
If you have a backup quarterback when you don't need one, maybe drop him for somebody that you could flex. But anyways, between these choices, I'd go Mooney if he plays. All right, we're still catching up, by the way. Figure let's actually probably need to pick it up a little bit. The pace that is. We're still doing super chats and members, so bear with us, guys. Maybe we'll do a speed round here, get some non-super chats. But
Let's do it.
First, Carl. RB2, Harvey, Bill, Bigsby, Braylon Allen.
Again, I'm gonna give the slight lean to Harvey. Pass catching, better offensive line. Bigsby's fine too. It's between those two.
Yeah, I'll slightly lean Bigsby here over Harvey, but it's definitely one of those two. Tight end, Kincaid or Chig?
I'm gonna go Kincaid.
Yeah, I like Chig this season, but I don't like him on the road in Mile High Stadium in Cam Ward's first start. So, flex, Pearsall, Ridley, Josh Palmer. I feel like that's the same thing. If it were not on the road in Mile High in Cam Ward's first start, it would be Ridley, but
correct.
What do you think, Pearsall?
Correct. Yes, Pearsall. This is probably like I'm already almost gonna put notes on Calvin Ridley being a buy low after week 1.
Yeah,
I'm almost
exactly.
I'm almost starting to work on him.
Yep.
This is the worst possible matchup to start. And like Cam Ward, like, hey, the NFL schedulers are like, hey, rookie, go play Mile High Stadium against the best defense in the NFL. Have fun. Jeez.
Not good for Ridley. All right. NTY, 10-teamer. Got Mayfield, Neighbors, Terry, HN, Cook, Kraft, Monty, and then the bench. Any switches to make here? I mean, got Jacoby Myers in the bench, Travis Hunter, Aaron Jones. I mean, if everybody here plays, well, it looks like he's.
Yeah. I mean, I might.
Monty.
It's full PPR. I would go Jacoby over Monty if he plays.
Yeah,
in full PPR.
Yeah, Monty's fine, but yeah, Jacoby more upside. So what if Jacoby doesn't play or something, or he gets traded or something weird happens? You still go Monty, or do you go Aaron Jones or maybe Travis Hunter?
Nah, I think I still go Monty. Monty just feels like one of those guys. Like I feel fine. Like if he's in my flex, I feel fine.
Yeah, I mean, totally solid floor there. So I'm always tempted by Aaron Jones against the Bears. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Alpha Jerk BFH. Is it too cute to start Pearsall over JSN?
Yeah, too cute. Too cute.
Yeah.
You don't need to get cute. You drafted JSN in like round 3 and Pearsall in like, I don't know, round 5 or 6. I mean, I know we don't always want to be like, oh, you drafted this guy higher, because sometimes you draft guys higher like Ted McMillan, or, like with the expectation that they might not be great right away. But we're talking about JSN here.
Yeah, and I feel like I have to explain because, I've been gushing over Pearsall for a long time now, and I kind of said, I'm not crazy about the Seattle passing game. But the one thing is Pearsall, yeah, even if he's clearly the number one receiver right now in this offense, but he's not necessarily going to be the number one target right away because they got George Kittle and they got CMC. And this is in Seattle. Not that they're like a, scary defense, but just not a great venue, right? I like Pearsall this week. Jason is by far and away clearly the number one target in Seattle's offense. So again, I always think target share, for running backs, it's carries, volume, who's getting the most touches. That's what you want to go for first, and then the matchup is next. I just think JSN is clearly the number one target here. And if you feel like San Francisco is going to be good on offense, which they should be, Seattle's going to have to pass the ball maybe more than they want in this matchup. So I'm going to go JSN. It's not too cute, but it's not what I would do. All right, Grisette Ball wants to know, would you pluck Dak off waivers and start him over May or Purdy?
I mean, I'd start him over May. Purdy's close. I don't know. I may just go with Purdy. I may just stick with Purdy.
Yeah, this is.
I might still add Dak and just drop May.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I could do this. I would probably start Dak. I mean, we feel best about that game being high scoring. I just talked about San Francisco at Seattle. Yeah, I would do this. Big dog pound. Pick one: Ford, Sampson, or Keyshawn Judkins, who supposedly is going to be with the team sometime soon. Or
yeah, I still want Sampson. Until Judkins, I mean, remember, Judkins still has to sign, and then he still has to show up, and then he still has to get integrated into the offense and all that stuff. It's going to be weeks before we see Judkins. I'll just take Sampson right now.
Yeah, got to remember that he still hasn't done anything as a Cleveland Brown, at all. So, yeah, Sampson's, I think, the move here. Alan Wendling, re-up to the membership. Thank you, Alan. And once a rating on this is a 14-teamer, half PPR. Baker, Genty, Dobbins, Neighbors, Evans, Adams, JT Sanders. I like that pick. Pickens, Kirk Diggs, Braylon Allen, Caleb Johnson. Also want some trade ideas to upgrade at RB2 because, yeah, I get it. Dobbins might not last you all year.
Neighbors, Evans, Adams, JT Sanders. I mean, you have a lot of wide receivers. You can certainly make some deals here.
Yeah.
Especially in a 14-teamer. I mean, if you could trade a Pickens for a Walker right now, I would do it. Much as I like Pickens, but I mean, you got Neighbors. I mean, maybe you might even be able to trade Devontae Adams for a Walker.
That's what I was thinking. If we're nervous about someone, it's Adams, because not Adams, we're nervous about Matt Stafford, right? Is this a good excuse to get out from under him?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even a good excuse. It's just you're so deep at wide receiver, I don't think you're going to miss Devontae Adams.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You slide Pickens in there, Diggs, you just got on there. Yeah. So he's asking, so for this week, assuming he hasn't made a trade yet, flex Pickens or Adams?
I like Pickens. I know we got a lot of comments how can you say Adams just a flex this week with Stafford? Man, the Texans have an elite secondary, elite defense. It's his first game with Stafford. I'm not expecting a big Adams game this week. Give me Pickens.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Pickens. I'm not too worried about Adams, but I just think Pickens has more upside here. Remember, the Eagles, despite the fact they have an elite corner in Mitchell, they also have tended to give up a lot of big games to secondary receivers. Teams have to throw against them a lot. Cowboys are probably going to have to throw against them a lot. So let's go Pickens here. But this is for a 14-teamer, it's good. I know you're worried about the RB2 situation. So I would do that. I would upgrade as well. Let's try to trade Adams for one of those high-end RB2s and see what you can do. And then, yes, remember, he's from Brazil. Same Brazilian guy, but a new membership. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody coming back. Yes. Absolutely smash the like button. Quick reminder, too. A couple of reminders. First of all, if you did super chat, we're absolutely 100% staying on until we answer all of those questions. We're trying to get those first. I know we don't want to keep y'all waiting too much longer, so we're going to keep going. Don't forget also a couple of things. DraftLane, download the app, try it out. We still have a couple of days left. You can make a league on DraftLane or join a league, public leagues. Got some of those where you can join some of our community members, draftlane.com/play. Just download the app, see what it's about. And even if you don't want to get in those leagues or you don't have time or you got too many leagues, whatever, don't forget DraftLane. These same questions you want to ask: start, sit, waiver, trade, rate my team, whatever it is. You can do it on the DraftLane app. You don't have to catch the live stream. If you're not able to, if you just want more time, you want us to have more time to kind of mull it over, use it, because right now you download the DraftLane app. And then, of course, the first thing you do is you put 5-star rating there on the App Store or the Play Store. And then after that, you create your account, you sign in. If you put code ENDGAME in the promo code, I should have brought this up already. Bring it up again just so y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you do create your account and you go on DraftLane, or maybe you already have an account, maybe hopefully you got the upgraded version. I can't. Let me get rid of this. There we go. So when you're on DraftLane right here, so you got our leagues. Yeah, we got 17 leagues already. You can ask your questions here. It says connect with experts. Look, when you are over here in your account, use promo code. You can put Endgame, now available in all caps, or you can just put it like this, Endgame. Put that promo code, apply, and you get $10 of credit. And you can use that right away to start asking your questions right here. Okay. Let me make sure I got that PSA out.
Should we do a quick lightning round?
Yes, let's do that. All right. Thank you also, membership. Speaking of YouTube membership, AJ, appreciate you. All right, let's get some of these questions from non-super chats, and then we'll get back on track here. Germs, Monty or Kurt, full PPR?
I think I still go Monty. Both floor plays, but I like Monty's floor better.
Yeah. I wonder if that Rams-Texan game is a surprisingly high-scoring game, but I'm not convinced it will be. I think Monty will be fine. All right, let's do Rachel. Welcome back, Rachel, from last year. Rachel Botaro, another 12-team, 2-flex PPR league. Let's do this question. Pick 2 flexes. This is a tough one. Ibuka, Mason, Tillman is very interesting to me. Kirk, Keon Coleman, or Bill?
I might go with Ibuka, Tillman. No risk it, no biscuit. I like Tillman against the Bengals. Ibuka and Tillman.
I have, as I say, planted my flag on the Cleveland offense in week 1. Go Flacco, go Tillman. Yes, Tillman is 1 for me, and then I think Ibuka is 2. All right, how about Francisco Cuevas, Devontae or Pearsall?
Devonta Smith. Give me Devonta Smith.
Jackson Madrid, Waddle or Pacheco?
Ooh, this is tough. I like Pacheco this week. I'm going to go Pacheco, but don't get mad at me if Waddle's better. Waddle's one of those guys I'm like, at this point, I need to see it. I need to see it first.
Yeah,
It's
right.
burned me too many times.
Yeah, but Pacheco is definitely safer. Man, that's Miami offense. Who knows, right? Like, what are they going to look like?
Exactly.
All right, Cal Siebert audio. So this is the squad, but the question he asked down here below is, start both Shakir and Coleman in the flex? I don't.
No, thank you. You got to have somebody better. I mean, you got Jacoby Myers on the bench. Get Jacoby Myers in there. I mean, yeah, I'm not starting Ollie Gordon, Isaac Tesla, or Blake Corum.
That's the problem.
I mean, yeah, definitely Jacoby in there, and then I don't know. I think I'm going to take a chance on Keon Coleman. I'm pretty nervous about Shakir coming off that high ankle sprain. I might just take a chance on Coleman, but Shakir fine too. But get Jacoby in there.
So you're going Coleman over Shakir?
Right. Yeah, I'm just worried about. We see players coming back from high ankle sprain. They're not close to 100% usually. I'm just a little worried.
Yeah, no, I get that. And who knows? Maybe monitor up until game time, see what they say about Shakir. But like I said, even if he plays, he may not be 100%. So all right, let's do this. Don't start them both. Swap out Jacoby for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now, super chat from Vertically Challenged. Travion or McMillan?
I think I got to go McMillan here. Again, just not sure Travion's involvement. McMillan's going to be the wide receiver 1 there.
Right.
Although, I'm really nervous that we're going to have some stupid Hunter Renfrow 6-catch, 80-yard, and a touchdown game.
That would make way too much sense. Look, Bryce Young loves to target the slot, and man, I was so ready for the Coker breakout. We were all so ready.
Yep. All
right, let's go McMillan here. Here, let's do this one. A couple quick ones here. Lindsey Clark, welcome back, Lindsey. What do you think here, since we're talking about Young in Carolina or Tua?
I'm going to go Bryce Young. I like Bryce Young this week against Jacksonville. Again, like the Miami offense outside of Achane, because I know Achane is going to catch like 7 passes this week. I need to see it. Show me that you're good again. I need to see it. I just do.
I know. I'm down on Tua in general this season. I'm big on Bryce Young, so gotta go Bryce Young. It's a great matchup for Bryce. It's too bad Coker's not out there. And what's up, Swaggy P? Metcalf or Olave? 2 guys we were kind of fading.
Give me Metcalf. I'd rather have the guy catching passes from Aaron Rodgers than the guy catching passes from Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck, Jake Hayner. I mean, you know what? I might feel better about Chris Olave if Kellen Moore was like, you know what? I'm going to play quarterback. I might feel better about Chris Olave.
He was a quarterback. He wasn't
right.
He wasn't a great one. He was a backup, but yeah. Look, you know what? I'm actually this week. I'm going to go Olave because I feel at least he's going to get fed. I'm worried about DK getting the sauce treatment and this offense. I don't know. I'm down on both these guys in general this season, but in week 1, I might go Olave.
Can I say neither?
Trone Force, grade this team. Let's do this one real quick because Trone. Trone. It's an auction league. I mean, I think Tyreek is gonna be the turning factor. Man, you got Barkley and CMC.
I mean, we got Tyreek, CMC, and Cup and Eckler on this team. This is dude, in 2022 or 23, this team would have murdered your entire league.
Yeah,
but it's 2025. I mean, Barkley, CMC, that's insane. This shows you the power and you got JD. This shows you the power of the auction draft. Man, this team is it's PPR. These wide receivers are really risky. I'll say if Tyreek bounces back, this team could be a monster. But man, if we get the same Tyreek we got last year, could be struggling a wide receiver. I'll just kind of take the easy way out and say 7.75 right now.
Yeah, the thing is here, you're amazing at starting running back right now, but if CMC goes down, you are hurting for certain. You don't want Jalen Warren as your starting running back every week. And I know I get stars and scrubs for an auction, but yeah, the bench is very risky. So I'll go 7.5 as well. All right, AO, what's up? 12-man full PPR. Here is this team. I like your bench. Got a lot of upside in this bench. You're very, very young on your bench. Got a lot of rookies there. Any moves to make? Yeah. In a 12-teamer, I don't think we need to be rostering Higgins or Tesla.
Right. But I mean, it would depend who's out there. I'd rather, yeah, it depends who's out there. If there's some upside running backs, I'd take a shot on them. I don't see any glaring oh yeah, let's do this. Yeah, nothing jumping out I feel like we're oh yeah, you have to make this move. This is a good team. You should feel pretty good.
Yeah, this is good. I think this is about an 8 for a 12-teamer. The only thing I would say is, honestly, Tesla probably not going to be a big factor. Maybe stash another high-end running back. Don't know who's available. If you can grab possibly an Ollie Gordon, Bill type player, maybe worth it. All right, the next super chat goes to Brian Wiz. Devonta Smith or DJ Moore, and why?
I think we always say why, don't we? Unless it's ridiculously obvious, like CMC or Tank Bigsby. I'm going Devonta Smith. I like I said, I want Eagles in my lineup. The Cowboys defense was already really bad, and they just lost their best player. This defense is not going to be able to stop the Eagles. And I think the Cowboys are going to be able to keep enough of a pace with the Eagles where the Eagles can't just say okay, it's the second half. Let's just hand it off to Barkley 20 times and go home. No, I think the Cowboys can keep it close. So I like Devonta Smith a lot this week.
This one is really close, and I think a lot of weeks this will be a really tough call. So I get you want to know. The Vikings give up a ton, or at least last year they gave up a ton to wide receivers, but we don't really know how the target share is going to be. in this new offense, I like more, but I think everything you said with Devontae Smith, the Cowboys defense is probably going to be worse. So let's go Smith here. AJ Fisk got the membership again. Here's a question: 10-teamer. Got Fields, William. Got. Well, if this is a 1 QB league, you don't need 3 QBs in a 10-team league. In fact,
No.
what is it? Waiver wire. He's saying those two are waiver wire. Is that what he's saying?
Oh, okay. I mean, but you got Fields and Caleb. I don't think you don't need to pick those guys up.
Yeah, it doesn't leave him on the waiver wire. Gibbs, Hampton, Pollard, JSN, Hunter, Debo, T-Mac, Wilson, Kirk, Bowers. Okay, so I guess thoughts.
We're rating this team. Again, it's a good team, but for like a 10-teamer, it's like I feel like we've seen some 10-teamers that are just like, you're like, wow, your team is insanely stacked. This is not insanely stacked. It's very good. I'd be more than happy with this team, but because of the 10-teamer, I'll say like an 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like your number 1 receiver should be Wilson. I mean, Wilson, Jason, T-Mac, that's good. That's a good top 3. And Gibbs, Hampton, yeah, I like this team for a 10-teamer. Like you went Bowers early, so I'd still say it's at least like an 8. All right, Vibov, Mutahi, he put the super chat a little earlier, so let's rate this team. May, Neighbors, J-Mo, Chuba, Pollard, Kittle, Henderson. It's half PPR 12-teamer. Ridley on the bench. Makes sense for week 1. Igbuka and Tracy.
Neighbors, Jameson, Ridley, Igbuka is pretty good. Chuba, your RB, Chuba, Pollard. How did we get here? I mean, obviously you went Neighbors in round 1, but who'd you draft in round 2? Who'd you draft in round 3? Kittle, I guess Kittle in round 3.
Henderson, I hope wasn't a round 2 pick.
Oh man, because I don't really see any second rounders on this team. I mean, running backs are just kind of okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say 7.5. I would just be really curious. Like, I'd really like to know how you started this draft.
When push comes to shove, draft day, a lot of people want their running backs early, and people go running back early. I'm just gonna take a stab here since May is your starting quarterback, and you got Henderson. Maybe we're like putting eggs in the Patriots basket. I'm guessing Henderson was probably the 2nd-round pick, and then Kittle and then J-Mo and etc. But I mean, look, Henderson could pay off. I like your running back room. I like Tracy is there. I like him, and I like your receiver room. But yeah, you basically have one elite player for fantasy, right? I think that's the only issue. And May is like, we'll see. So I give it like a 7. JC, sorry. Rate and flex. 2 flexes here. Sorry, he just said I'm a Pats fan. I got Drake May. H.N. Hampton, Neighbors, DJ Moore, McBride, Pickens, Pearsall, Buka, JSM, Bigsby. Now I like this team quite a bit for a 12-teamer.
Yeah, H.N. Hampton, Neighbors, DJ Moore, McBride, Pickens, Pearsall, Buka. I mean, running back a little dicey behind Hampton, but you never know with Bill and Bigsby. This is a 12-teamer. Yeah, this is a good one. I'll say 8.5 here.
Yeah, I like very deep at receiver. Got a lot of our favorite players here. So, yeah, I'll go 8.5 here. Andres Hernandez, Pollard, Ridley, Igbuka, Pearsall, pick 2 in PPR.
Pearsall, man, I know it's Surtain and the Broncos, but I don't feel great about Pollard or Buka necessarily. I think I'm just going to go Pearsall Ridley here.
Yeah, Pearsall is probably my top choice here. I'm going to go Pollard, even though it's PPR. Just feel better about his usage in this game against Denver. We know Surtain is going to have the blanket on Ridley. So Pearsall and Pollard is my choice. Now, different Andres. Andres Huerta. Who starts in the 10-teamer here? Got Fields and Caleb, Hampton, Brees, Harvey, Sharps, Mixon, Lamb, Nico, London, JSN, Garrett Wilson. That's a receiver room. Ingram and Loveland.
All right, well, I'll assume 2 running backs, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Give me Caleb over Fields this week. I mean, you got to go Hampton, Brees. Even though I'm a little nervous about Brees. You got to start Lamb, Nico, Flex, in London. Wow, wide receivers are stacked. JSN just going to chill on your bench this week. Ingram at tight end.
Yeah, I mean, with this squad, it's hard to just say Wilson is like an auto bench. Like, there's no reason to think about Garrett Wilson. Same thing with JSN. I mean, those top 3 receivers, you've got to start somehow, no matter what. And let's go Hampton and Brees. Again, I'm not crazy about Harvey this week. And then I think you got to go Caleb over Fields. Yep. All right, what about Humberto Lopez? Standard was offered a Buka for Golden.
I mean, this doesn't feel like a big win-loss either way, honestly, but I still prefer Golden to Ibuka this year, so I'm going to keep Golden.
And especially if it is a standard league, receivers are devalued somewhat. So just stick with Golden if that's who you've got. Derek Gonzalez. Should Hampton owners be concerned? Nah, I'm not concerned. This is why I like Hampton. I almost picked him as one of my booms this week. Hampton's going to have a good week. Harris, what did they say? What was the official thing? Like, he might possibly be on the field for week 1. Like, nah, he's not going to do anything. All right, he's not going to play.
Nah, he's not going to do anything this week. I'm not worried about Hampton.
So Hubbard, Hampton, Ridley, I think Monty Williams needs 2 RBs in the flex.
All right, going Chuba, Hampton. Full PPR. I mean, Monty's your safer flex option here if you're like, I just don't want to risk it. But I'd probably still go Ridley in PPR.
Is that? I'm assuming it's Kyron Williams. Is that Kyron Williams?
I thought Caleb. Oh, you're right. I was saying Caleb Johnson. Okay, never mind. I'm flexing Kyron. Chuba, Hampton, Kyron.
If it's Kyron's a strong start. Yeah, I mean, I think
unless it's Kyle Williams. If it's Kyle Williams, no. But if it's Kyron Williams, definitely flexing.
Yeah, yes to Kyron, no to Kyle. Hubbard and Hampton are your 2 RBs. All right, let's keep going. By the way, we're still catching the super chats, guys. Just keep in mind we are when you're rating the teams, it does take longer because we got to go through every roster spot. What's up, President Raikou? Came over from the baseball channel. All right, and look, your boy. You still have Stanton in your lineup, don't you?
I do still have Stanton in my lineup. My team, man, I was worried my team peaked too soon. I think they've peaked too soon. They're crashing back down to earth right now.
Still time left. All right. Well, thank you, President Raikou. Appreciate you. I feel a little guilty. Didn't get to do a baseball stream last night, but not too guilty. Had a good weekend. All right, Paul P. Full PPR, 1 QB, 2 receiver, 2 running back, 2 flex. Who to start between these guys? Would you make any switches here? Wait a minute. I don't think I would flex Braylon Allen. I think I would rather have Tillman.
Yeah, I'm going to put Tillman over Braylon Allen, but everything else is good. I mean, it looks like you're flexing one of the tight ends, but I think those are probably your best flexes this week. And I don't love Ridley again in this matchup, but he's better than what you got. So I'd put Tillman in over Braylon Allen.
Yeah, I like Braylon Allen as a late round pick this year. I'm not ready to flex him, but especially against that Steelers defense, I'm not doing it this week. Let's go Tillman against Cincinnati. Lilish, welcome back. Rate this team. 12-man PPR. Herbert, Swift, Kyron, Chase, McConkey, Loveland, Evans, Monty, Diggs, Downs, Benson, Pitts. And then wants to know, would you pick up Samson? And then I guess a separate question, May or Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, if May and Caleb are on the waiver wire, I'm going to drop Herbert this week and just pick up May.
Yeah.
And then rate the team. Swift, Kyron, Chase, McConkey. Nice. Loveland fine. Evans at the flex. Monty Diggs. Wow. It's a 12-teamer.
Mm.
It's pretty solid. I'll say 8-5. Pretty good team. Maybe even 8-7-5. Good team.
Yeah, very good team. I hate to say it, but week 1, I would probably go Pitts over Loveland in your lineup. But I would also, drop Herbert for one of those QBs. I think I would just see what Caleb Williams does. I roll with Caleb Williams. All right, Alexis Aguilar. Welcome back to this Rate My Team full PPR. Dak, T-Mac, Evans, Bijan, K9 Swift, Hunter Henry at tight end, and then there's the bench. Nico almost made it back in round 2. Wow, at the end of the second round. That's insane.
So you went Bijan over Chase, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. First overall pick. Got Pickens on the bench. I think we want Pickens in the lineup, but over T-Mac, right?
Yeah, I put Pickens over T-Mac. It's a good team still. I mean, Pickens, T-Mac, Evans, Bijan, K9 Swift, Henry fine at tight end. Dak, I think, is more than fine. Do we know how many teams this is? I'm going to assume a 12. I mean, if Nico almost makes it back in the second, maybe it's not a 12-teamer. I don't know. But the fact, but it could be because, I mean, I assume you went Bijan, Evans, maybe? Again, if it's a 10-teamer, I'll say like an 8. It's a 12-teamer, 8-5.
Yeah, I could see it. I'm telling you, I've seen Nico fall the second round in some drafts, and everybody goes running back heavy in a lot of leagues. So yeah, if it's a 12-teamer, which I think this might be, then I would say this is like an 8-2-5. Very solid. But yeah, I think we want to throw Pickens in that week 1 lineup. And then Julio also had the 1-1. Tried your best. That's all you can do. It's this prolific combination of wide receivers. I love it. Chase, T-Mac, Pearsall, Golden, Pickens, and Godwin. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you can't start Godwin, so that helps. I'm going to go Chase, Pearsall, Pickens this week.
Yep. Does Jaden Higgins fit here? I don't think you need Jaden Higgins.
Yeah, maybe down the road he fits, but not yet. We'll see.
Nate E. Rate this team. It's a 10-teamer in full PPR with 2 flexes. Burrow, HN, JT, CD Pickens, Kraft, and then I got Hampton and Ridley, possibly Igbuka. I don't know. Would you go Igbuka over Ridley this week because of the Surtain shadow?
No, I think I still go Ridley. I mean, we can't remember. He's making his first NFL start ever. Yeah, I leave it how you have it.
All right,
you have enough good players here. You should be fine either way, honestly.
Yeah, no, this is pretty good. It is a 10-teamer, but what rating would you give this?
I mean, yeah, this is one of those 10-teamers that's stacked, right? You got elite QB, 2 elite running backs, an elite wide receiver, a very good wide receiver 2, a very good tight end, great flexes. This is like one of those 9 teams.
Yeah, I think even for a 10-teamer, I would give this like a 9. You're good at every spot. All right, Lilish with another one. I believe this is different. Yeah. So it's 12-team, May, Bijan, Henderson, McConkey, BTJ, Loveland, Evans, Benson, Diggs, Smith, Harvey, Ferguson, Trey Harris, and Caleb Johnson. All right.
But wait, that's T. Ferguson. Is that Terrence Ferguson of the Rams?
T. Ferguson? Oh, wow. Good catch.
Or is that supposed to be? I'm going to assume it's Jake Ferguson, right? Not Terrence Ferguson of the Rams. I mean, you never know.
It could be. Heard good things. Well, either way, I don't think you have to start a Ferguson. Well, actually, if it's Jake Ferguson, I actually would start him over Loveland this week. But anyways,
right. If it's Terrence Ferguson, stick with Loveland. I mean, it could be Terrence Ferguson because it's got Loveland. So,
yeah, a lot of rookies.
Yeah, I think Bijan Henderson is fine. I mean, Harvey Henderson, that one's like, I could go either way here. I don't have a strong feeling either way, so leave Henderson in there is fine. Conky BTJ, Evans in the flex, that's pretty nice. Diggs Stiggs is chilling on the bench, I assume. Wait, Devonta Smith just chilling on the bench? But you can't bench McConkey, BTJ, or Evans.
So this was clearly a hero RB team, right? Well, Henderson was a pretty early pick. And for a 12-teamer, though, actually, you came out pretty well. You waited on tight end, you waited on QB. I think this was smart. You can roll May out, that's fine. Loveland, fine. I just say this. Yes, upside. Yes, rookie's great. I don't know if I want every single player on my bench to be a rookie. I think that's a little too far, but you know what? You might drop Trey Harris and pick up somebody else after week 1 anyway. So, yeah, let's just do that. I mean, you can't change those receivers. And I think Henderson's fine there. So, if it's Jake Ferguson, start him over Loveland. If it's not, then don't. Tyler Trowbridge, welcome back as well. Thank you. Yep. Appreciate you. Pickens or T-Mac?
I'm going Pickens this week. Again, I feel like that Eagles-Cowboys game is going to be high scoring, a lot of throwing the football. Give me Pickens.
Yep, Pickens it is. And then Chris Zaldivar in a 12-man redraft league. Buddy took Nick Chubb, 36th overalls. Yeah.
I mean, he usually goes like pick 136. It's a pretty big reach.
Don't drink and draft, my friends. How bad is it on a scale of 1 through 10? Like a 9.5? 10.
It's 10.
It's reach is not the question. Reach. Hey, better him than you. That's all I can say. JR65. Rate this team in a 10-teamer. Fields, Nico, Pickens, Barkley, Chase Brown, Ingram, Cook, a kicker and a defense, Myers, Pollard, Harvey, Wilson, Kirk, and Ramondre. This looks pretty good.
Yeah, Nico Pickens, Saquon, Chase Brown. Wow, you got Saquon, Nico, Chase Brown. What a start. James Cook. Jacoby on the bench, Pollard on the bench, Garrett Wilson on the bench. Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-teamer. You got Fields. I mean, I like Fields and Ingram, like a little weak there. I'll say 8.75.
I mean, Barkley, Chase Brown, can't get much better than that. Running back, Pickens as your 2 is fine. Cook. Yeah, the only thing, well, actually, I can't even say that. Receiver depth. You got Garrett Wilson on the bench, Kobe on the bench.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's like a 9. I think this should be a dominant team. All right, Abel with another one. Rate this team. 10-man full PPR. Burrow, Chase. Not bad. Pickens, T-Mac, Pearsall, Myers. Got Achane and Walker. Monty Sharps, Ingram. And then the Houston kicker defense combo. Traded Chubb for JCM.
I like that. Got elite QB, elite wide receiver, elite running back. Very good wide receivers behind your elite wide receiver. Very good running backs behind your elite running back. A decent tight end, but that's what we're looking for in a 10-teamer. This is a 9.
Yeah, you're pretty stacked as well here. I don't see any picks I don't like. I love the upside of guys like McMillan and Pearsall. Yeah, I think even for a 10-teamer, I would probably give this a 9 as well. NTY with another. I'm sorry to inform you, this is a defense question. Have the Ravens. Would you stream the Dolphins against Danny Dimes or somebody else? I mean, you don't want to start the Ravens
against Josh Allen and the Bills. This is why I say I don't draft the defense based on who I think is a good defense. I draft defenses based on who they're playing. Because now you drafted the Ravens and you're already like, wait, can I even play the Ravens this week? Like, but the Dolphins, I know it's Danny Dimes and the Colts, but the Dolphins defense is so bad. Are the Cardinals out there? Cardinals probably my favorite defense that wasn't really drafted a lot if they're out there.
Yeah, other good defenses, good matchups are probably gone. I mean, I doubt you get Broncos or the Commanders or one of those. So if possible, yeah, go ahead and go go with the Cardinals if you can. If not, I guess the Dolphins are probably a decent choice. Jordan just wants confirmations. Like, really? Really? Do not do this trade? I mean, I just don't know if it really helps you necessarily.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But, I mean, look, you're getting Jamar Chase and Brock Bowers. It's not like it's a – like, I don't think you're going to regret this deal. If you want to do it, do it. It's not like you're getting good players.
You can always counter, see what happens there. You get more out of it. All right, Mr. Rivers, thank you for re-upping as well. Welcome back. If we do have a question, not just question. Guess what, Mr. Rivers just gifted 5 people Endgame memberships.
Wow.
Thank you.
It's awesome. Thank you.
All right, so some of you out there don't know who. I think it randomly assigns it, right? If I remember, it just gives.
I believe so. Yeah, we don't do it. We don't do it. That's for sure.
Oh, I know we don't do it. So I guess 5 of you just got the membership. So thank you, Mr. Rivers. Appreciate you. Let's get to Mike Kowalski. It's not what I remember Mike Kowalski looking like. 10-team PPR. Lawrence. What is that? Meant? What is that?
I don't know. I assume a running back, but who?
You think it auto-corrected from Genty?
Maybe.
Okay, well, let's keep going. Hampton, London, Pearsall, Ingram, Dak Mason, Ollie Golden, Booker Ridley. How is it? Would you start Ridley or Pearsall? I think it would go Pearsall.
Well, here I'll start Pearsall over Ridley. I would start Dak over Lawrence. Assuming that's Genty, Hampton, London, Pearsall, Ingram. I mean, it's a 10-teamer. Again, it's good. Certainly good, but it's not like crazy stacked. I'll say 8.25.
Okay. Actually, now I'm scrolling down. It did say meant Genty. Yeah, I think that was an autocorrect thing. So Genty Hampton's nice. London, Pearsall, Ingram. The receiver room is good, not great. I'm not sure why Trevor Lawrence shouldn't in a 10-team league. He shouldn't be a starting quarterback. He just shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Right.
So I'll just say right now it's a 7-5. Could be better, but you still got time. I mean, put Dak in your lineup this week, I think. All right, Beast Claps. What's up? 12-team full PPR. Got Knicks, Hampton, Henry. Why is it this is the first team? All these rate my teams. Why is this the first team I've seen with Derrick Henry? Right?
You know how it goes. You know how it goes with Derrick Henry. It's like every year. I look. I don't watch other fantasy football videos, but I'll bet you there's a bunch of fantasy football videos out there saying don't draft Derrick Henry this year. He's too old. He's injured. He's too risk of injury. He could fall off. I'll bet you they're out there. I will bet you they're out there. And if he's great again this year, they'll be out there again next year. That's just like Derrick Henry is just like, Derrick Henry, him again. You know what I mean? It's like
not new and exciting.
No, exactly.
Anyways, all right, Nico and Ridley McBride. Thoughts on this 12-teamer? Oh, and who'd you flex?
Running backs are great. Wide receivers are great. Tight ends are great. QB's good enough. Don't care about your key defense or kicker. Pretty good bench. I mean, man, when Rice comes back for a 12-teamer, I think this has got to be like an 8-5. This is a good team for a 12-teamer. Very good team. It's full PPR. I would flex Pollard. Yeah,
I think it's either Pollard or take a shot on Egbuka, but I like Pollard enough this week. We'll go Pollard here. This is a good team. Very good team. You shouldn't need JJ McCarthy, maybe drop him. But then again, also, if you got Rice, you should be able to stash him depending on your league's rules. Maybe pick up somebody. But yeah, I think this is a good team. I give it 8.25. And then Bobby Brook, best RB stash. Pierce, Rashawn Johnson, Shipley, Kareem Hunt, or Tyler Algier.
Well, it's either Shipley or Algier for me. Probably Algier.
Yeah, I think Algier. Clear path to valuable touches if something happens to Bijan. So let's go Algier. And then Mr. Rivers wants to know if he should hold on to Jaden Reed or drop for Godwin.
Nah, give me Godwin. I mean, both these guys are hurt, but give me the guy who's better. Even if you told me Reed's back by week 6, I don't care. Even if Reed was healthy, I don't care.
He was out there right now.
Reed was nice as a rookie because nobody expected him to do anything, and he did something. But now people expect stuff from him, so yeah, it's over.
Who's going to help you probably the most throughout the fantasy playoffs? It's Godwin. Right. Let's go Godwin. All right, then Bobby again. Worth picking up Brown or Ayuk off waivers?
Well, if you have an IR spot, I would definitely pick up Ayuk, put him in IR.
Yeah.
If you don't have an IR spot, I'd probably take a chance on Hollywood Brown this week and see what he can do without Rashee Rice. If he doesn't do anything this week without Rashee Rice, then yeah, maybe just go pick up Ayuk.
Surprised, even a lot of 12-team leagues, Ayuk gets drafted and stashed. So kind of surprised he's out there. I mean, if you can stash Ayuk and put him on IR, absolutely do it.
Yes.
All right, Charles Berger, 10-teamer. Here's the squad. Good.
Yeah, H.N. Walker, Ladden, Neighbors, Kincaid. I mean, again, tight end for a 10-teamer. Like, I like Kincaid, but I feel like you could do better. Dak fine at QB. Bench is very good. Yeah, it's definitely good. But again, it's not one of these stacked crazy teams. I'll just say 8-5 here. It's not one of those 9.0 teams.
But because it's a 10-teamer. And, tight end, whatever, you probably could do better, but it's fine. I like your bench. I mean, Pickens and Pearsall and Swift, and on the bench, that's nice. Look, you already got Dak at quarterback. Flex Pickens this week, see how that goes. I think it's pretty solid. Actually, I'll go 8-2-5 here. All right, N6 RCS, also over from the baseball channel. What is up? Pearsall or Cook?
I think we got to go Cook here. I mean, he's still the RB1 in Buffalo. He still has insane touchdown upside every week. I think we got to go James Cook.
Yeah, I think we got to go Cook here. Pearsall, I like, just not benching a guy like Cook this week. Just remember, Baltimore, I think their defense always gets a little overrated. They tend to get in shootouts a lot of times. All right, Robert Pitts, J-Mo or Ibuka?
Jameson. Again, rookies. I'm going to be a little risk averse with these rookies making their first starts, outside of like the Genties or Hamptons, who we know are going to get all the touches. So I like Jameson. Let's go Jameson.
Yep. Go Jameson here as well. And then look who's got the membership. Turd Ferguson. Feels good. Allen Hubbard, Chase Brown, London, T-Mac, Kittle, Pollard, Dak, Bigsby, Ibuka, Jacoby, Odunze, Pearsall, and Pitts. And I know we talked Pearsall up a lot, but this like 90% of teams I think have him now.
I know, and it's funny because we got a buy low before week 1 video coming out tomorrow, and I talk about Pearsall, but everybody who watched our channel probably already has Pearsall. So I can't trade for Pearsall. I already have him. Yeah, you should feel good about this team. I mean, Josh Allen, Kittle, Chuba Hubbard, Chase Brown, London, T-Mac, Pollard, Dak, Bigsby. I mean, Ibuka, Jacoby, Odunze, Pearsall just on the bench. You should feel good about that team. Well done.
Yeah, I would feel pretty good about this team as well. Assuming it's a 12-teamer, it probably is. I mean, if you have Josh Allen, you don't need Dak or any backup quarterback. But I love the upside on your bench. That's the thing. Got great players here. I have to put this one up, Ryan. Ryan is with us a lot too. 20-man league. That is a real fantasy league. Pearsall or Golden?
I'm going Pearsall this week. Again, I know you're a Packers fan, obviously, by the thing there, but I think Golden will be great, but let's give him a week at least.
Yeah. This week, let's go Pearsall here. All right. This is McTressie Oti. Is that how I say it? I'll go with that.
All right. I'll go with that.
2 full PPR. Adams, Sutton, Pickens, Pearsall, Golden. That's two of those same players. See, more Pearsall. Okay, pick 2.
Actually, here I'm going to go Sutton and Pickens. I like Sutton a lot against the Titans. I like Pickens in that matchup. Again, I'm a little nervous about Adams' first game with the Rams. He's had hardly any practice with Matthew Stafford. Titans are an elite defense. Give me Sutton and Pickens.
Yeah, Pickens the guy I like the best here. Man, this one is tough. This is really tough. You have a lot of guys you want to start. I think Golden's the only one I can say pretty surely I wouldn't start. I mean, I like Pearsall this week. I don't know if I'm putting him over those guys. I think your safest pick is probably Sutton. Let's go Sutton. All right, what's up, Arthur? Arthur Swanson is back. Thank you for the consistency. All right, yeah. There is no off season here, is there?
No off season. No, definitely not.
All right, just saying what's up. Just saying cheers. Appreciate you, Arthur. What about Ian in a 10-teamer? Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Genty, BTJ, Judy, McBride, Connor, DK on the bench. Braylon Allen, the Jet. I believe is that Drew Sample?
What?
That is our first and maybe only Drew Sample.
Wow.
Reference.
I like how he's listed ahead of like Eckler, Juwan Jennings. Like you didn't draft Drew Sample ahead of those guys, I hope.
Drew Sample.
I want to know. I mean, I know how you got Genty Henry because you drafted them, but you got BTJ in round 3? What? You got McBride and Mahomes. You got Connor. This is like this. If maybe not for Drew Sample, this might be our first ever 10. If not for Drew Sample and DK Metcalf, this might be our first ever 10. This is like a 9-7-5. Well done. Even for a 10-teamer, this is ridiculous.
I actually don't even know who else is on the team. I'm trying to recover from the Drew Sample shock. So you know something we don't.
Right? Look, when Drew Sample is like TE1 week 1.
Unless I don't want this to be an autocorrect. Like maybe it was Samson, it was auto-corrected to Sample, but I don't want to hear that. I want this to be a Drew Sample. You're like, he's my guy, he's gonna break out. I'm drafting Drew Sample in a 10-team league. So we're sticking with that. You know what? Just for that respect, it's a 10. All right. Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. Soldier wanted some opinions on the team. Absolutely. Let's do it. 12-man PPR, and thank you again. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate everybody on here. We're catching up. So hang tight if you super chatted. We're definitely going to get to your question. Just got to go through all these rosters here. Mahomes, Gibbs, Chase Brown, Judkins, Javonte, Marks, JSN, Wilson, Pearsall, Myers, Higgins, Ayuk, Andrews, my boy, Arroyo. All right. So
well, there's our first Arroyo.
That's our first Arroyo. That's a little more fancy upside than Drew Sample, but yeah. And then Myers or Pearson.
Man, this is a 12-teamer. You got Gibbs, Chase Brown, JSN, Wilson, Pearsall. I mean, obviously you went RB to start, but wide receivers certainly are not bad by any stretch. You got Andrews, you got Mahomes. I mean, yeah, this is a really good 12. This is like a 9 for a 12-teamer. Well done. I mean, man, so many good players in this team. This week, I'm going to go Jacoby, assuming he plays. Just sounds like he will, Jacoby. If not, Pearsall's a fine fallback option.
Right. Like, just kind of monitor and see what they say, if anything, about Jacoby Myers. Just assume he's out there. I think you start him.
I did see that the GM said that they are not going to entertain trade offers, and that he had respect for him because he's still out there practicing. So if he's still out practice, I mean, why would you practice and then not play? That'd be pointless. So right. I think he's going to play. I feel pretty good he's going to play. And
let's face it, not Terry McLaurin, right? He's not the clear number one offensive player, not including quarterback. On a contending team. This is the Raiders, and he's Jacoby Myers. He's good. He's not like elite. He doesn't have quite the leverage. So, anyways, I think he'll be fine. I'll just say this real quick, Tyler. I like your team. Your running back bench mean, Gibbs and Brown, great. Like, you shouldn't really need your bench much. You got some flyers there. Just be ready. If Marks doesn't make a dent and Javonte, kind of bust like I think he will, just be ready to move on from those guys and pick up some other flyers at running back, because the depth could get sketchy, but just wait and see. But yeah, it's a good team. All right. And welcome back to Short Season. Appreciate you. Got the membership again. That's right. I'm back. If you do have a question, I'll scroll down and see if you got one. But if not, let's go back to the next one. Zach Petit. Auction 10-man. Title looks like a slight tight end premium or 1.25 and Superflex. Okay. So wait, 1.25 for tight end and running back. So this is boosting both those positions. Is what I'm reading it.
Interesting. All right, but it's just 0.25. I assume it's still 1 for wide receiver. Yeah, full PPR. So it's just an extra quarter point, not a huge difference.
Right. So, but it is super flex also. So you got Love, and it looks like Bryce Young, Gibbs, Bijan. Okay. Neighbors, Wilson, Worthy, Strange, Igbuka, Myers.
How do you get Gibbs, Bijan, and Neighbors even in a 10-teamer? I mean, I guess that's
I think it's an auction league.
It's an auction league, and that's the power of Superflex too, right? Like, everybody's going nuts for their QBs, and you're just like, I'll just take 2 stud running backs and a stud wide receiver. Thank you very much. But you should be fine with Love and Bryce Young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is 9.5. 9.5.
Yeah, even for a 10-teamer, you just loaded here. I think you basically drafted the way you should draft in an auction. You got high-end studs. You still got very solid starters at quarterback. I mean, we like Bryce Young. Love is fine. Yeah, I think this is a great team. Martin Perez, what's up? Can you rate my team 12-man PPR? Absolutely. 2 running backs, 3 receivers, and a flex. Got Knicks, H.N. Connor, Neighbors, BTJ, Higgins, Swift, and Warren.
I mean, this is, again, in a 12-teamer, how do you get H.N., Neighbors, and BTJ? Like, people are just that worried about H.N., huh? I'll bet he got H.N. I bet he went Neighbors, BTJ, H.N. I'll bet you his league mates were like, nope. H.N. might not play for 1 whole week of the fantasy football season. I can't draft that guy. And now he's going to play this week. And you got T. Higgins. T. Higgins should be like in the 3rd rounder or even a 2nd rounder. What the heck? Swift, Warren. This is another, man, this is like, 9. This might be a 9.5 as well. Have this team in a 12 to have H.N., Neighbors, BTJ, and Higgins in a 12-teamer? That shouldn't even be possible. 9.5.
I mean, you have 3 players that are for a 12-teamer, like borderline first-round picks, if not first round. Like right. H.N., right? H.N., BTJ, you see them taken sometimes in the first round. Yeah. This is a really good team. I think you drafted very, very wisely. So, yeah, I'll give it a 9.5. What about Johann from Deutschland? Johann Unterkofler is back again. Let's do this team. Lamar, CMC, Chuba, Nico, Devontae, McBride, McMillan. On the bench, Tracy Charbonnet, Pearsall, of course, Judy Sutton, and Loveland.
All right, what's the 10-teamer? You got a stud QB. Stud tight end, that's good. CMC, Chuba, great. Nico, Devontae, Tet, good. Yeah, I mean, another good team. I don't know if it's quite to the level of some of the ones we've seen, but it's still very strong. Very strong. 8.75.
Yeah. Stud QB, stud running back, Chuba's solid. Stud receiver, Nico, Devontae. Stud tight end. I mean, you're pretty stacked across the board here. And then you got Pearsall. Yeah, I like this team. I'll say for a 10-teamer, 8.75. All right, then it's time for Pops Gaming. Rate this one. It's a 12-teamer. This is an auction also, but it's half PPR. Got Mahomes, CMC, Monty, JJ. All right, and Neighbors, Ingram, and then Higgins is the flex. Hunter at IDP. Oh, wow. Got IDP here in Benito.
Yeah, I can't really rate your IDPs. But I'll say have PPR. I mean, CMC, Monty, good. JJ, Neighbors, great. Ingram, Higgins at the flex, Mahomes. I mean, this is a very strong team. This is the power of auction, right? You can really build the team you want to build. I mean, assuming those IDP players are any good, which I'm guessing they probably are. I mean, those are good. Those are good players, so I'm guessing they score a lot of points. I don't really know IDP scoring, but I'm guessing they probably score a lot of points. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 9 for a 12-teamer. I'm gonna give this a 9. Maybe, 9. Give it a 9.
Yeah, I don't know your bench. You didn't put it, but I mean, does it matter? You got Neighbors and JJ, just elite. If CMC holds up, you have a stacked offense for sure. You know, it's interesting because Hunter is the one you're like, oh, you know, he's great, but I wonder how, like, is he really going to play the full game at corner as well if he's a full-time receiver? I mean, I'm curious to see how it plays out and exactly how many points he racks up as an IDP. So I think the jury's out there. Benito is like a tackle machine.
Right.
Still kind of hold it against him. He actually went to school, St. Thomas Aquinas, like near where I grew up. He did not choose the U. Mistake. I guess he turned out okay, but Benito's a great pick.
I'll give that
a 9.
I think we might have missed this one.
Oh, my bad. All right. So this is Ricardo Polo. Needs help with team. Hurts, McConkey, Nico, Swift, Cook, Hawk. Defense. Needs a flex between Pickens, Igbuka. I think I already know who it's going to be. Jalen Warren, Tracy. It's Pickens.
It's Pickens. It's Pickens. Give me Pickens. Let's shoot for that upside. I love upside in my flex. Give me that upside.
Got that upside. Nothing else here. Okay, I got Swift and Cook at running back. Tracy, Warren, Chubb. No, there's nothing else to change here, right?
Nah.
It's a good team. I mean, I don't know. You didn't say if it's a 10 or a 12 teamer, but either way, I mean, unless it's an 8-teamer, hopefully not. But if it's like your 10 or 12, this is a really good stacked lineup too. Well done, guys. All right, now it's GMAC. 12-man, rate this team. Prescott, Gibbs, Kyron, London, DJ Moore, Laporta, Flowers, Rams, and I think that's a kicker, so we'll ignore him. On the bench, Bigsby, Eckler, Goddard, Jennings, Rachaad White.
It's a good team. Gibbs and Kyron, solid. London, DJ Moore, solid. Laporta at tight end. Flowers at flex. You got Bigsby, Jennings, Rachaad White. Bench is a little... Like, if Jennings comes back and is good to go, that's fine. I'm a little nervous about Rachaad White. I like Bigsby. Bench is a little light. I like the starters, but the bench a little light. I think it's going to knock it down to like an 8.25 for me. Still a good team, though. Still a good team.
Yeah, still good. Just would like to see some more upside on the bench. Eckler's like, you know, like what is he getting you on a weekly basis? He's just kind of okay. He's more like a bye week filler, which you shouldn't need yet. Goddard, like if you drafted Laporta where you drafted him, you probably don't want to start Goddard anyway. So, you know, you could have gone with a flyer running back there. So other than that, though, you're solid. You got a solid lineup. Other John, what's up? PPR.
What's up?
JMO, Waddler, Pearsall.
I think I'm still going to go Jameson here. I think he's the one. I think he's just got that upside. I do like Pearsall, and I'm very interested to see what Waddle does this week. But I'm putting Jameson in my lineup this week.
Yeah, I like Jameson a lot. Again, Pearsall very, very tempting, but I'm not putting him over JMO. Waddle, let's see. Keith, by the way, wants to know, Keith Finnegan, is it a mistake going Hunter over JMO for the flex?
Well, probably. I mean, we might be sitting here next week saying, like, no, maybe it wasn't a mistake. But you got to think, Hunter, his first NFL game, we know BTJ is there. And I don't have huge expectations for Travis Hunter week 1. Over the season, sure. But week 1, no. As I sit here right now, the Monday before the games have played, I think it's a mistake.
Agree. We're not like completely out on rookies week 1, but JMO, I think is in line for a big game. And then let's go back to this. Sorry, it's defense also, but this is just another example. UE2K, would you drop the Eagles for the Cardinals?
Probably. I mean, I know it's Dak and the Cowboys, but I mean, the Eagles are such a good defense. I mean, you know what? I probably would because I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
But for you, UE2K, who may not be, you know, like I'm fine every week just picking up my random defense and not caring. That's me though. I'm trying to answer for you. You might actually care. Not that I don't care about my teams, but I'm just like whatever. It's a good enough defense and a great matchup. That's fine for me. Put them in my lap.
Well, I also say this. I'm looking ahead. It's like, okay, week 1, yeah, am I going to play? But look, week 2, I'm looking at the schedule now. I'm like, do I want the Eagles? Week 2, the Eagles are at Kansas City. Week 3, they play the Rams. Who knows? Week 4, at Tampa, and then Denver. This is a pretty rough schedule. So I might just do this so I don't.
Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Take the Cardinals.
All right. Henry Odom, 10-team, full PPR. Got Burrow and Goff. Don't need Goff. HN, Connor, Pollard, Jones, Mason, Sharps, Lamb, Neighbor, Sutton, Ikbuka, Olave, and Joku Kraft rate the team.
All right. Got HN, Connor, running back solid. Good. Lamb and Neighbor. I know it's 10-team, but man, how do you get Lamb and Neighbors? And Achan. Come on, people. What are we doing here? And Burrow. 9-2-5. Very good team. 9-2-5.
Yeah, I was like, you don't need a backup quarterback with Burrow, but I'm like, you don't need any more upside on your bench. You're pretty stacked. So, yeah, this is a great team. I'll go 9. I won't go crazy. Connor's solid, but yeah, this is a great team. Let's go to Adventure. 12-team, Lamar, London, Gibbs, Kincaid, Washington are in. Ridley, Moore, Myers, Pollard, and Walker need wide receiver 2, running back 2, and flex decision.
Walker, definitely the RB2. I think Myers is going to be my wide receiver 2. It's full PPR. DJ, is that DJ Moore? Okay, never mind. Kenneth Walker, my RB2. DJ Moore, my wide receiver 2. Myers, my flex.
Yeah, and he actually had some more bench players, but nobody worth mentioning. Don't start Bill. Yeah, if Myers plays, go Myers. Definitely want to start Walker. And then flex, sorry, you said Moore, probably Moore, right? Over Pollard?
Yeah, Moore.
All right. Lilish again. It is a lot of rookies. The only option. All right. Upgraded running back, quarterback, any must-get players that we ride or die for. Well, we put out must-have players you don't want to leave the draft without. I think those guys on those most recent videos last week are ride or die, right? Ryan Pearsall was one.
Pearsall, who I don't remember who we had on there. Pearsall, I think McCaffrey.
I'm going Hawkinson at tight end. You don't need a tight end, but see running back, quarterback. I don't think there is any must. There's just a lot of options at quarterback. Just depends. Running back.
Let's see. Let me pull it up. We still have it here, right? Don't we have it here?
And you know what I would say? You're saying, can I flip some of them? Of course you could, but with a rookie, here's the thing: unless it's a rookie that you feel like might be overhyped. You want to wait and see how they do because the value could just go up. If you thought these rookies were overhyped, you wouldn't have drafted them. So that's not the case. So I think just wait, see how week 1 plays out, and then see if someone has a good game or injury happens. Maybe you can get a lot more for that rookie than you would right now.
Yeah, I can't find the notes for that video, and it's been. I mean, we did that video like 2 weeks ago, and we've done so many videos. I mean, I know who a lot of my ride or die players are. I think I said Nico Neighbors, Ridley. Pearsall was on there. I know I think I might have said Kenneth. I might have said Kenneth Walker. I don't remember. I think Pollard, Swift were on there. I think I said Pollard. You said Swift, if I remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you go back and check it. Still available. Still up.
Yes.
Still
relevant. People still drafting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. So Javier Leon, wait, this 12-man full PPR, Knicks, Barkley, Bucky, Evans, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Mark Andrews in Baltimore. And the kicker bench is Fields, Addison, Diggs, Dobbs, Ibuka, Mason, Strange with the second overall pick. We're in Barkley.
This is a good team. You got Barkley and Bucky, Evans, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Mark Andrews. You still got Bo Nix. You got a defense. You got a kicker. I mean, Addison, Diggs, Ibuka. This is a good team for a 12-teamer. I'll say 8.5. Well done.
Yeah. Very good. If you're deep at receiver, you managed to get Evans, Higgins, and Wilson. That's nice. You even have a really good tight end. Nick's solid. I like your upside too. You got Addison and Diggs just on the bench with Ibuka. Running back depth is the only thing, but you know what? Just keep an eye on the waiver wire. Hopefully Bucky hold up. So that's the only thing I might yeah, that's strange. You're fine. Just keep an eye on the bench, the waiver wires for running back to add to your bench. But you're really good. 8.5. All right, Santana Torres has May, Genti, K9, Neighbors, Sutton, Njoku, Ibuka on the benches. Hunter, Fields, Henderson, JCM, Pearsall. He says not in love with his team. Well, let's see. Do you love this?
I don't see anything wrong with your team. You got Genti and K9, Neighbors and Sutton, and Njoku, Ibuka. Yeah, you got a lot of, you certainly have a lot of rookies and like dice roll guys, which is always doesn't feel great early in the season. But I think you're solid enough that, you should be able to get by until the rookies start picking it up. I wouldn't be, yeah, and I agree. I think this team can only get better, when the rookies start picking it up in the second half, for sure.
Right. Like a quarterback, you waited. You're like, wow, Drake May, he's no Josh Allen yet, but it's fine. I think he'll get you by week one. I think that's smart putting him over Fields because of the matchup. I think Genti, K9 should be a great backfield. Neighbors. Yeah. I don't dislike anything about your team. Having Sutton as wide receiver too. Okay. That's not ideal. But I'm big on Pearsall. Obviously Chris is too. So that could solve that problem. So, feeling good. I don't think there's anything to do here though, right? I don't think it would do anything yet.
No, this is a team that could be great second half. So
there you go. All right, got Joe Mazzola. What's up, Joe? Sutton or Ibuka?
Sutton. I like the matchup. Again, it's going to be a little risk averse with the rookies early. Sutton, we know, is a proven player. Let's just go Sutton.
Yep, Sutton it is. And then Seth Swirsky. Welcome back, Seth. Rate this team. 12-teamer. Hurts, Henry, Brees, Neighbors, Tyreek, Andrews, flexing Monty. Got Ibuka, Ridley. Oh, is this 3 flexes? Looks like 3 flex. Golden, Javante, Tank, Kirk, Gesicki. That's the bench.
This is I go, oh, Hurts, Henry. Brees. Ooh, Neighbors. Oh, Tyreek. Ooh, Andrews, Monty, Ibuka, Ridley, Golden, Javante. But it's still mostly good. It's still mostly good. Look, if Tyreek bounces back, if Brees ends up, being that guy, this team could be really, really good. So as it sits here right now, I'm a little nervous about Tyreek. I'm a little nervous about Brees. I'll say right now it's like a 8. You still got Hurts, you still got Henry, you still got Neighbors, you still got Andrews. You still got a lot of good players. Ridley, Golden, you still got a lot of good players. It could definitely go up though if Brees and Tyreek, bounce back this year. But right now an 8.
Yeah, exactly. Not that they're bad picks, not bad players. It's just, yeah, we don't know what we're getting from Tyreek Hill. That's the big factor here. So this could swing big time one way or the other, depending on what Tyreek Hill does. So I'll be safe and I'll put this. Well, you do have Hertz. I was gonna say, let's say 7.75. I won't go quite 7.5. Basic money. JMO or Ridley?
Keep saying Jameson. Again, Ridley, I said it, I think, on the start sit video. Like, this is probably going to be the only week where I'm going to be worried about Ridley. Let's just go with Jameson this week.
Yep. Going with Jameson as well. And then Adventure. This must be a different one. He says my second draft ever. All right.
Wow.
12-teamer. Gibbs, London. This looks like an order. Gibbs, London, Lamar, Walker, Moore, Pollard, Jacoby, Scattaboo, Kincaid, JCM, Rashad White, Palmer, a kicker and a defense.
It's a pretty Gibbs, London's a nice start. Lamar, Walker, DJ Moore in the 5th, Pollard, Jacoby. This is a good team. I mean, a lot of players I like here. I mean, Gibbs, Walker, London, DJ Moore, Lamar, and then you just got Pollard and Jacoby Myers as like your RB3, wide receiver 3. I'm going to say 8.75, maybe even a 9. This is good. Maybe not quite 9. Maybe 9's a little. 8.75. Well done.
Yeah, I don't see any reaches. You drafted pretty wisely in terms of building that roster. No picks I don't like. Kincaid, maybe partly being wounded last year by Kincaid. I'm not crazy about him, but he's fine. White, Palmer, McPherson. Yeah, this is a really good team. All right. Now, this is a second draft after. This is Arthur Swanson. Once again, appreciate you, Arthur. One of many teams, but this is maybe it's most competitive. This is the sharp 12-teamer in half. Got McCarthy and Young, Genty, Walker, London, Garrett Wilson, Warren, Devontae, Smith, Olave Downs, Pollard, Mooney, Douglas, Palmer, Tootin, Keaton Mitchell, and then Strange. All right. So first of all, flex Pollard over Olave this week.
Yeah, I'm very worried. I just don't want to start. Like, look, if Spencer Rattler made improvements and he looks pretty good, okay, fine. But I don't want to put Olave in my lineup, and it's like the third quarter, and like the Saints have, it's like the Texas-Ohio State game, and, Spencer Rattler doesn't even have 100 yards passing yet, and it's like, what have I done? Just give me Pollard.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not against starting Olave, but I think Pollard, as I had said earlier, it's Cam Ward's first start. They're probably going to lean on the running game quite a bit. And look, Tyjae Spears is out. You're going to see a lot of Pollard. They're going to try to establish the run. Whether they can, we'll see. But I think they'll be fine. Pollard, I think, is a solid start, and it's half PPR. So, yeah, give me Pollard. Overall, this team, what do you think? He's saying it's a pretty tough 12-teamer.
You got Genty, Walker, London, Garrett Wilson,
Smith as a flex. I'm guessing Olave or Pollard as a flex.
I'm assuming that's Tyler Warren, Devonta Smith, Chris Olave, Pollard. I mean, it's still a pretty good team. It's not like a stacked team, but it's a 12-teamer. I mean, obviously, QBs, you're going to need these young guys to develop here. I'll say it's still a solid 8. It's got to be at least a solid 8. It's a good team. I'd be fine with this team.
Yeah, very solid. Between those two, I don't know if you're asking, I would go Young over McCarthy if that's your choice at QB this week for sure. Warren, should be solid. So there you go. It's a good team. All right, short season has a question: Devonta Smith or McMillan, and then Swift or Cup.
Smith and Swift. Let's go with the 2 D's. I hope that doesn't sound weird. Smith and Swift.
Smith and Swift it is. Yeah, I'm not starting Cup if I can help it. All right, Tyler's got another one. Tyler the Soldier.
First buddy.
Can you also give opinions on my buddies? All right, he's my week 1. Okay, so he wants to know the matchup. Allen, Barkley, Kyron, Henderson, Trey Benson, Harrison, Wadlick, Buka, Olave, Thornton, Bryant, and Tyler Warren.
I'm going to assume he's not starting Trey Benson. Oh, that's just the running backs. Okay.
I think this is just
So Allen, Barkley, Kyron, Harrison, Waddle. I mean, wide receivers are very dicey here. This could go. He could end up looking like a genius, or this could be a disaster. Like if it's just the same old Cardinals offense, the same old Dolphins offense, the same old Spencer Rattler, like this could be brutal. Like literally, it could be really bad. Yeah, I would say those wide receivers like having that wide receiver room would terrify me. I'm gonna say 7-5 here.
Yeah, I'd rather Harrison be my wide receiver 2 than 1. Waddle, I'd rather him my wide receiver 3 than 2, etc. So yeah. Look, Harrison and Waddle were both pretty disappointing. I know no one wants to say bust for Marvin Harrison, but based on where he was drafted, he was a bust. He was kind of busty.
No, he was a bust.
Waddle,
Waddle were both busts. Definitely.
Waddle was a bust. So, well, yeah, I like your team a lot better. Let's just put it that way. I think I remember your team from earlier. I think yours is better. This is not a bad team. It's just definitely risky at receiver. If Buka goes off early in the season, then maybe that makes up for it. But yeah, the wide receiver room is super risky. Live wire. What's up? 10-teamer, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex. Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray, Bijan Chase, Monty. Wait, is that Chase Brown? I'm guessing that's Chase Brown.
Yeah, Chase Brown, Monty, Algier, T-Mac, Garrett Wilson,
Myers. T-Mac. Well, Ricky Pickens. Okay, it's deep.
Let me ask you on if you did 1 million fantasy draft, 1 million 10-team fantasy drafts, and you drafted Jaden Daniels in it, how many of those 1 million teams would you also then draft Kyler Murray?
Personally, not too many, maybe 0.
Yeah, 0. Like, you don't need Kyler Murray when you got JD in a 10-teamer. And I'm guessing there were still good players on the board when Kyler Murray was picked because it's a 10-teamer.
Right.
That being said, I mean, your running backs are great. Bijan and Chase, Monty, you're great there. I like that you got Algier when you got Bijan. That's good. I certainly like your wide receivers like Pickens, T-Mac, Wilson, Myers, but you don't really have any wide receiver 1s, which I understand because you went JD. But you got McBride, you got J. It's still a really good team. Even with the Kyler pick, it's still a really good team, honestly. Just like, why? Still really good though. So I'll say 8-7-5.
Yeah, at first I was like, I mean, I like all those receivers and it's deep and like, well, you don't have an elite receiver, but I see, well, you got McBride and you got Jaden Daniels, so you just kind of waited. I think this strategy could work pretty well. So if Bijan and Chase Brown hold up here, and Monty's fine to fill in, I like that you can mix and match Pickens, Wilson, and T-Mac. I'm going to give this a 9. I think you actually did a pretty smart job of drafting.
9,
Brandon
even
Scott.
with JD and Murray. That's impressive.
Well, we'll give it a pass. You can drop Murray. And just make that bench even more stacked. Hola, Brandon. All right. T-Mac or Harrison?
Well, I know I just like kind of poo-pooed on Harrison and Kyler, but they're playing the Saints. Come on. Give me Harrison.
Yeah, I think if there's a week that you can like even Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, it's this week. I think it got to go Harrison here. Pitts or Kincaid? Are we trusting Pitts?
Here's the thing. First of all, I really like having Pitts and Kincaid because both these guys, it's like potential, but both also risk. So I like that. I think this week I'm going to give the edge to Pitts over Kincaid. But I like that you have both. Keep both.
Yeah, that's fine. With the Mooney injury, the missing time, let's see Pitts. It's Tampa Bay. This could be a high-scoring game. I'll give the edge to Pitts this week, starting. And then Harrison. All right, Anthony, rate this 12-teamer, half PPR. It looks like there's some bonuses here. Bonus for 300-yard games, 100-yard, 2 points for a 40-yard play. Big play bonuses, big game bonuses. All right,
All
so
right.
Gibbs, Bucky, RJ, Benson,
I think that's
Gordon.
RJ Harvey and JK Dobbins.
Oh, that's JK. I barely saw JK. RJ, JK, Benson, Gordon. Who's Gordon? Melvin Gordon?
Ollie Gordon. Not Melvin Gordon.
Ollie,
Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon. Lad. DJ, DK, Ibuka, Downs, Palmer, Ingram, Goff.
All right. Rate the team. 5-point passing touchdown. That's interesting. It's like not quite 6, but better than 4, I guess. I mean, Goff should be fine in this format. Ingram should be fine. Gives Bucky RJ. I mean, running backs are really good. Wide receivers are good. Definitely some big play wide receivers, though, so that's nice. I like that. I'll say 8.25.
So, passing touchdown. Wait, who's the? Is Goff the starting quarterback here? Is he the only quarterback here?
Yeah. But a 5-point passing touchdown, because it kind of like somewhat negates the rushing, but not completely negates the rushing. I think he's fine.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm not, with the bonuses for 300-yard games, and Goff is one of the best at doing that. I think that's actually good. This is a benefit. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. And yeah, Palmer type of guy for this bonus format. Downs probably is somewhat less valuable, but hopefully you're not starting Downs. Yeah, I like this team. I'm big on RJ Harvey. You shouldn't even need to start him with Gibbs and Bucky. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I give this one like an 8. I think it's pretty good. Rusty Shackelford is also back. What's up? Yes.
What's up?
We back. All right, how are we looking at this 10-team half PPR? Got JD, Nico, DK, Sutton, Pierce, Buka, CMC, Achan, Travion, Bill, Javante, Etienne, Warren. Thank you.
All right, so you got a stud QB, Nico, DK, Sutton, Pierce, Buka. I mean, for the most part, I like your wide receivers. Obviously, we talked about DK a lot. Wait, you got okay? I know it's 10-team, but how do you get Nico, CMC, and Achan? Like, I'm guessing right. CMC round 1, Nico round 2, and then again, everybody's like, I can't draft that Achan guy. Can't draft that Achan guy now. So you got him in round 3. Jeez. I just wish I liked. I mean, I don't dislike your wide receivers. I just kind of I like your other wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't love them. I like them, but I don't love them. I wish I loved them. But it's still a very good team. Tyler Warren, Tynan, whatever. 8.75. Maybe might even be worth a 9. Close there.
I know it's like the DK Sutton picks. Okay, like DK's not a guy we're drafting a lot of. I think Pearsall might, overthrow DK as you're starting. Look, in week 1, I would start Pearsall over DK. But overall, yeah, just those stud players, CMC, Achan, and Nico and JD. Yeah, I'll go 8.5. Kane, 10-teamer. 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 receiver, tight end, and 2 flex. Got Hurts, Brown, Connor, CD, London, Evans, Kraft, Judy, Pacheco. All right. And I got Caleb Johnson, Pittman, Higgins, Mooney, Chubb, Henry. I'm guessing that's Hunter Henry.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Is that Amari Cooper? Did you draft Amari Cooper, or is that Cooper Kupp?
This is going to weigh heavily on the rating, because if it's Amari Cooper, it might be like an automatic -1.
Chase Brown, James Conner, very solid. CD London, Evans, great at wide receiver. Hurts, great at QB. Kraft, I like that at tight end. Judy Pacheco is your flexes. Caleb Johnson, Pittman. I mean, the bench is a little undesirable for me. It's okay. But this is a fairly deep 10-team league, right? I mean, it's 2 flex, it's 3 wide receivers. Like, it's a pretty deep 10-teamer. It's almost like a 12-teamer, because, again, you're starting,
yeah,
right,
2 flex,
9 running backs and wide receivers. So it's almost like a 12-teamer, just with only 10 guys in it. So I'm going to kind of rate it like a 12-teamer. I think this is really good. I'm going to say Man, I'm going to give this a 9. Good job, Kane. Give it a 9.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, I know it's 10 teams, but man, CD London Evans, that's kind of ridiculous. Like you're pretty stacked, and you got Hurts. And I like Kraft. If I waited on tight end, he's one of my go-to picks there. Yeah, I think this is a 9. This is a really good 10-teamer. But look, if it is Amari Cooper, come on, we can do better.
Yeah, you can
still don't know if this is the original or not, or if it matters, but here's Dolphins' version of Turd Ferguson. Would you start Diggs over either Debo or Pickens in the flex?
Ooh, I like Diggs a lot this week, but I don't think I can start him over Pickens. I think I'm still going Pickens here. Man, I really do like Diggs this week. I debated putting Diggs on the boom, but he's coming off ACL. It's the Patriots. I'm like, it's probably too much.
That's the thing. I mean, such a smash spot in Raiders defense. But at the same time, like, is this going to be a high-scoring game? Are the Patriots going to throw it that much? That's the only thing. So, I mean, I guess we're all in on Pickens this week. I feel like we've just gone Pickens every time, and why not? Tresner, very active in the chat. I just want to point this out because how many people know who Aaron Brooks is? Remember Aaron Brooks, former Saints quarterback.
Yeah.
Aaron Brooks was good for like 2 years, like really good. Anyways, yeah, he's worse than Aaron Brooks. Alex B, what's up, Alex? Pollard or Brees?
Pollard. Not feeling good at Brees against the Steelers. TJ Watt, and he might be splitting with Braylon Allen. Just give me Pollard.
Yeah. This week, let's go Pollard. Brees matchup is not ideal. And then short season, yes, absolutely excited. The main draft is tomorrow, so that's how to do it, right? Just wait until the season's about to start. Hopefully, we'll get you through your job again this year, assuming you got the same one. Okay, we'll do a few more. We're almost caught up. We're almost finally caught up to the super chats. We'll stay on for a little bit longer, but we'll make sure we get to as many as we can. We'll do a quick lightning round too. Brandon Sky with another one to rate. There's only Kyler Murray. Walker Brown, Swift, Bill, Benson, JJ, AJB, Kincaid, Harrison. I was like, Kincaid doesn't belong there. Harrison, Ted, Godwin, Kincaid, and Pitts.
I was gonna say, why do you all of a sudden throw Kincaid in the wide receivers, but then you put him again at the tight end? But again, I think this is the same Brandon you asked. I love having Kincaid and Pitts. Like, I mean, it could go terrible, and they could both be terrible, and it's like, well, I had 2 tight ends, but I really had no tight ends. I think at least one of them should be good, and you can mix and match. Walker, Chase Brown, Swift, Bill Benson, that's really strong. Jefferson, AJ Brown, Kincaid, the wide receiver, Harrison, Tet, Godwin. Look, when Godwin comes back, this wide receiver room is going to be loaded for sure. Kyler's fine. Kincaid and Pitts, I said I like it. I don't know how many teams this is. I mean, the fact that you went... Did you go Jefferson, AJ Brown, Chase Brown, Kyron? Oh, no, that's Kenneth Walker. I think this could be a 12-teamer. If it's a 12-teamer, I'm going to say 8.75.
If it is a 12-teamer, yeah, stacked a receiver. Man, I love it because I talked some crap about the Murray Harrison combo. You don't even need Harrison here with JJ and AJ Brown. You got McMillan, so
right.
Yeah, I give it a 8.75 if it's a 12-teamer. Yo Pasta got May, CD Sutton, Chase Brown, Kyron McBride, RJ Harvey on the bench. Those guys feels like needing another running back. Well, I mean, yeah, Bill and Ollie are flyers, so you might see.
But I mean, you got Chase Brown and Kyron. They should be good to solid every week. Harvey should come on as the season goes on. Look, running backs are going to pop up all year long. You'll be able to find running backs. This is a good. I don't know how many teams are in your league here, but this is a very good team. I would not be worried about my running backs at all here.
But I think it's smart what you did here is you you took a chance, and if nothing happens with Ollie, right, he doesn't barely play, and then Jalen Wright comes back and whatever, you drop him and you pick up another running back who's going to be valuable on waivers. That's what you do, right? Because again, I feel bad is just what I automatically go to, but like an Austin Eckler, a great guy. Is he helping you in fantasy right now? Like who else? Okay, there's Jerome Ford. Like, okay, fine, but he's not going to be a league winner, right? You know what I mean? So take a chance on a guy like this. I think that's fine. So, or guys like this, Bill and Ollie. All right. Just by the way, so Chico 410 said we missed him. I don't know if it was a super chat, but I'm looking just to make sure we don't miss. If you want to put yours,
what's his name?
Yeah, I don't see Chico. I don't see a super chat, but if you want to put your question
right here, is it this one?
Oh yeah, I missed it. I never saw that. All right, apologies. Chico, here we go. Let's rate it. 12 team. Bijan, Kamara, Mahomes, Evans, Pearsall, Bowers, Rome, Shard, Flowers. Probably Ramondre Stevenson, Palmer, Kirk, and Algier.
I mean, Bijan, Kamara, solid. Evans, Pearsall, Romo, Dunze, Flowers. Solid for a 12-teamer. Bowers. I mean, man, being able to get like Bijan and Bowers and still get like Evans is pretty good. I would really like to know what wide receivers were on the board when you took Bowers, though. But what's done is done. We got to rate it as is. This is very solid. Evans, Pearsall, Rome. It's just hard because we have players like all over from different positions, so I have to try to figure out like. Is that Ramondre Stevenson, I assume?
Yeah, I think it's got to be. So it's like Evans is number one receiver. Flowers, I guess you could consider like the two, and Rome and Pearsall, kind of those guys grouped together.
Yeah. Yeah. The more I look at it, like wide receivers, wide receivers good, but not great. Running backs good. Mahomes, Bowers. I'm going to give this one an 8.
I like the upside. Rome, of course. Rome and Pearsall are probably my two favorite breakout candidates at receiver, so I can't dog this receiver room. I like it. Kamara, not my favorite. No, he's okay. I just think your running back depth could be an issue here. So it's wait, who's quarterback? Mahomes. All right, and you do have Bowers. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll give it like a 7.5. All right. What about T-Law? This is a 10-teamer. Got Mahomes, Bijan, Marion, JSN, BTJ, and Njoku, Nico. And then 12-team, I guess that's a different team. Mayfield, Tyreek, J-Mo, Saquon, Chase Brown, Brock Bowers. Somehow I like the 12-teamer better than the 10-teamer.
This is T-Low, by the way, not T-Law.
Oh, T-Low. Sorry. I just, thinking
Bijan, Marion, JSN, BTJ, and Njoku. I mean, that 10-teamer is pretty stacked. You got Nico, BTJ, and Bijan, and Amari Hampton, and JSN and Njoku. I mean, 10-teamer stacked. I don't even need to rate. It's just stacked. 12-teamer, Mayfield, Tyreek. Tyreek. What are we getting from you this year, Tyreek? I mean, if Tyreek bounces back, then the 12-teamer is great. But even if Tyreek's just mediocre, I still think the 12-team is solid. The 10-team is stacked, and it's just stacked. You're good. 12-teamer, I'll rate it like. I mean, the wide receivers like Tyreek and Jameson. I like Jameson, but man, if Tyreek doesn't bounce back, Jameson, it's just okay. But Saquon, Chase Brown is great. Bowers, Demont. Worried about those. Not worried about the wide receivers. Just like, where's my elite wide receiver? I'll just cop out and give it an 8.
Yeah, I read through it kind of quickly. I just realized Tyreek is your number one. Again, depending on what you draft him, Tyreek could make or break a lot of teams this year. And I don't know if I want that. My second, third round pick. You're like, let's hope he's good again. But still, Saquon and Chase Brown, then got Bowers. I mean, you're very, very solid here. So we'll see about the receivers. I still think it's at least an 8.25, the 12-teamer. And then the 10-teamer is, well, it's pretty good. You listed Nico last, but he's your number one receiver. And then you got BTJ and JSN. Yeah, I think that's like an 8.5. Erica put the super chat down there, but I found the question here. Erica Punchard. Thank you, Erica. 12-man league. Kyler Murray, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Moore, Genty, Kamara, McBride, Swift, Buffalo defense, but playing Cincinnati week 1. All right, good move there. There's a kicker. Mooney, Jennings, Olave, Ray Davis on the bench.
All right, Sun God, DJ Moore, Mooney, Jennings, Olave. Hey, wide receivers don't make me feel very good. Let's see. Genty, Kamara, fine. Swift. I like the running backs. Obviously, I like tight end. Let's hope Kyler should be fine. It's a 12-teamer. Man, the wide receivers here. I mean, like St. Brown and DJ Moore, great. But, man, Mooney, Jennings, and Olave, my only other wide receivers, could be dicey. I'm going to say 7.75.
Kyler, a 12-teamer. Kyler is finding his quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
It's fine. You got McBride. Yeah, I think you're pretty good here. It doesn't like jump out one way or the other. There's nothing bad about these players. I don't think this is a team that's going to go all the way necessarily, but it could definitely be competitive. So I guess I'm going to go 8. All right. Josh Ross, by the way, just wants to say, addicted to fantasy football. This is your 5th season. Well, it sounds like you were addicted already, but if you've been here since the beginning, appreciate. How about Sebastian Montañez Oscos from Mexico City? Who should I start for the flex / wide receiver 2? Monty, Jacoby Myers, or Pearsall?
So we need a flex and a wide receiver 2. I'm going to go Jacoby and Pearsall. If for some reason Jacoby doesn't play, well, I guess if Jacoby doesn't play, who you're playing. Monty and Pearsall.
Yeah. Just going to assume Jacoby's playing, and if so, this should be a really good spot for him. It's a revenge game, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I think we are caught up on super chats. All right, let's do a few more before we get out of here because we're getting close to 3 hours. Let's do some that we haven't done before. Let's try something that doesn't have Ricky Pearsall. Let's see. What's up, Billy? I don't think he meant that one.
What about this one? Burnt toast. Waddle or DJ Moore at the flex?
Waddle or DJ Moore? I'm going to go DJ Moore. I like him this week.
Same. Yeah,
all right, what else?
Try to find where it's not just all the same people we've talked about all night.
Let's see. We could do this one's kind of tough. Mark M. What's up, Mark?
All
Start
right.
3. I'm on Raw. Yeah. Ted, Pearsall, Pickens, Downs.
Well, you're definitely starting the Amon-Ra. I'm definitely starting Pickens, and I'm starting Pearsall. Those are my 3.
I mean, Amon-Ra's every week must. Pickens, obviously, we're all in on. And yeah, Pearsall, Ted, it could be tough. I think I'm going to go Pearsall this week. Yes, the voice of region. It's a reason Pepperidge Farm remembers. Aaron Brooks did play at Virginia. You're right. Well, that's funny. And how about this? All right, not a lineup question. Justin, what's up, Justin?
What's up, Justin?
Return of the DAC.
Nice, but shouldn't it be like? I know the song was MAC, but shouldn't it be like DAK? Just to kind of,
Probably should.
But I like it. I like it.
How about this one? Owen, Sharon, Aaron Jones, Tyron Tracy.
Oh, so are we banking on Aaron Jones versus the Bears doing what he does?
Yeah,
I think if it's me, I'm going Tyrone Tracy. I'm not scared of the Commanders' defense. I don't think Scadaboo is going to be too heavily involved. But I don't blame you if you want to take a chance on Aaron Jones against the Bears.
I mean, I'll take a chance on Aaron Jones, but I'm big on Tyron Tracy all offseason. And like you said, it's got to be probably not too involved. Let's go Tracy. I think he's in a good spot. Feel pretty confident, but I get the matchups are different. T-Pops, May or Knicks?
I do really like May, but I think you got to go Knicks.
Yeah, I'll go Knicks here again. Just worried that Pats Raiders game is just not going to be high scoring in general. All right, we got another super chat from T Low. Another one, 12-teamer. Got Reek in the 4th round. All right, 4th round is fine. Better than 3rd.
Yeah.
JD, Garrett Wilson, Smith, CMC, Warren, other Warren, and Puka. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Puka.
We have not seen a lot of Puka, but I like how Puka's just like throwing in at the end. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this Puka guy. Puka guy. I mean, this is a great team. Are you? I mean, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Puka, CMC. I mean, obviously you went hero RB. Jalen Warren is your RB2. But look, if RB2 is your weakness, that's okay. Tyler Warren. I like this team a lot. I mean, obviously we don't know the bench here, but I'll say 8-5 here. I like this team a lot.
Yeah, 4th round, worth a shot. Especially if you didn't love who else was available, but you still have really good receivers with Wilson and Smith, CMC, obviously. And Puka, he's okay. If Jalen Warren's your RB2, that's not ideal, but maybe you can get by based on the strength of your receivers. So I'll go 8-2-5. All right, let's end on a couple of these. Tresner really wants to see your reaction. Devontae Smith or George Pickens?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, they're very close to me, but I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. Give me the guy facing the Cowboys defense.
Yeah, makes sense there. And then the question of the day from the voice of reason, Pearsall or Pearsall?
Yeah, I guess, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to have to put Ricky Pearsall on the thumbnail.
Yeah. We talked him up. I don't think it's possible to talk him up anymore. So, I mean, I'm glad y'all drafted him. All right, I want him on my teams. Speaking of drafts, still a couple of days left. You can draft on DraftLane, and I've said it before. Say it again. If you want to join one of the public leagues, sure, there's a couple left. DraftLane.com/play. Check it out. See if you can. But also, if you want to create a league on DraftLane, you can do that. My suggestion is if you already have your league, fine. I get it. You have your home league, your work league, whatever league you're with, ask the commish. Maybe you are the commish. Duplicate that league. Try creating that same league on DraftLane, but with the features we have that you don't have on those other platforms. The boost, right? And we'll tell you some of our favorite players. I would put the boost for that player this week. The NFL picks, the league picks, the swap player, bust player protection, all of that. Try it out and see which platform you like better. All right. And then, of course, all your questions that you've been asking here, if you got more questions, which you probably will, you don't have to wait for us to go live. Use DraftLane, use the app, starts it, waiver wire trade, anything. Rate my team. It's on DraftLane. So download the app if you haven't yet. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you for being on here. And we'll see you again pretty soon. Oh, as is tradition, we got a super chat right before the final gun. Mark Galvan, what's up, Mark? Condolences, by the way, UT. It was not an ideal start, but you did have to go on the road facing the defending champions. So, I get it. It's tough. Rate 10 PPR. Allen, Jacobs, Henderson, Jefferson, McLaurin, Igbuka, Hawkinson. On the benches, Golden, Loveland, Mooney, Warren, Chubb, and Kyler Murray.
It's a good team, but I mean, we've seen some 10-teamers that are just ridiculous, right? You don't need Kyler Murray. We can drop Kyler Murray. Let's go. Get Kyler Murray out of there. It's a strong team. You got Jefferson, McLaurin, you got Jacobs, Henderson, Josh Allen, Hawkinson, Igbuka. I mean, it's for a 10-teamer, it's not the strongest we've seen. There's certainly this team might not get out to a strong start with, Igbuka, Golden, Loveland, Henderson. This might not get off to a strong start, but it could be a strong team down the stretch. But we got to rate it as it is right now. For a 10-teamer, I'm just going to say an 8.
Yeah, ignoring, I mean, honestly, a couple of players at the end of the bench, Chubb and Kyler. And honestly, probably don't need Loveland. I mean, Hawkinson should be your starting tight end. So the bench is going to need some work. That's fine. I still think you're pretty good. A lot of this, honestly, for 10-teamers, is going to depend on Henderson. And look, we're big on Henderson. I don't want to be that dependent on a shallower league on a rookie running back breaking out, because what if he doesn't? So can't go higher than 8. You do have Jefferson and McLaurin, and you have a lot of talent. So I would just say right now it's like a 7.75, but potential for more. All right. I think that's it. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. Don't forget, download DraftLane, check it out, and don't forget you can use that code, $10 to free credits to use however you like. So use code ENDGAME, easy to remember there. And also on the way out, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We appreciate it. And turn on notifications after you've subscribed. Make sure you know when we go live. And we'll see you on the next time.